Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate everybody out there for checking with me. Right now, we got ourselves a hell of a topic, man. We're going to discuss a lot of things. We're going to be discussing things involving Zach LaVine, the Chicago Bulls, and various other topics. You know how we do. We're going to be bouncing off the wall with a lot of basketball topics tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, I want to get in contact definitely with the chat. Shout out Basil Carpenter Jr., one of the most loyal guys out there in the community. Shout out Ali Payne, one of the most loyal guys in the community, one of the most supportive guys. Shout out to everybody that pull up to the chat early. We appreciate you. We cannot do anything without the people. I just want to let y'all know the people mean more than anything here at Flight Sports TV. This is truly your show. You know, we talk about what y'all want to talk about. We do what y'all want to do, and it is what it is. So, you know, today is no basketball content. There's no NBA games on tonight. There's always some basketball content, and we will be bringing it to you right now. It's unfortunate, the news. I mean, everybody's been hearing the Zach LaVine and what's been going on. So with Zach LaVine's options open, I think it'll be smart for us to start thinking about it because we hardly ever discuss these things. And I think it's time to discuss because it could very well happen. What would Lonzo Ball look like without Zach LaVine? You understand? I think that's something that we need to discuss. And we've seen it this season in spurts. You understand? We've seen Lonzo without DeRozan, without Zach, without Kobe White, without Patrick Williams, without Billy Donovan. You understand? So, I mean, we know what it's going to look like. Lonzo Ball will upgrade his stats. You understand? Lonzo Ball will bring whatever it takes the team needs. You understand? That's what I could tell you that right now for a fact. You understand? We're going to get into it. We ain't even get started yet. We got ourselves a star-studded panel, and we got ourselves a star-studded chat. All access. What's the deal, Dex? Talk to the people. We are live.
Sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the people's champ, the hottest shit in the streets, the voice of the voiceless. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the courageous chat and their cacophony of chatter that will be silently heard throughout the stream. And shout out to everybody that chose to rock with Flight Sports TV tonight. We want to give you some very, very interesting content. Hopefully some breaking news come across. RIP to Kevin Samuels,
yes,
the relationship specialist, one of our brothers, a very controversial figure, especially in the paradigm of toxic masculinity and things of that nature. He was groundbreaking. He was void of toxicity to me. You know what I'm saying? I think he was very on point with a lot of his content and a lot of his takes on relationship matters and things of that nature. He was trying to get the brothers to step their game up, trying to get the sisters to step their game up and see the value that we have in each other as a people to prolong our people. So shout out to Kevin Samuels, HIP, RIP, however you want to say it. Rest in power, my brother. He was 56 years old, a couple of years older than myself. And he seemed to be in pretty good, healthy shape. But like you say, You just never know what it
I
looks like
never
on the outside.
I didn't know much about Kevin Samuels, so I mean, this is truly unfortunate that I did hit. Of course, the news is all over everything, you know. So I mean, that is crazy. You kind of educated me about what Kevin Samuels was about. He seemed to be very polarizing and controversial. You understand, just from the outside looking in, because I'm not too familiar. Do you think that's a fair analysis on him?
Yes, he's very polarizing, especially with the women. You know what I'm saying? Most
Right,
of his critics were females. I won't say it was feminist or feminism that was against him, but he had a lot of those as his foes. But sometimes, you know, our working sisters, sometimes they tend to forget the feminine side, and anytime that a male seems to be a male or be a man, it seems like they're under attack for some reason. But his messages are there, his content is there. You can always use him as a frame of reference. He's not here with us physically, but he's definitely here with us in the spirit and
right,
everything that he left as a roadmap to have a better relationship with your mate.
right, absolutely. We got No Panic. What's good, No Panic?
We'll go with you.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna get into it, man. Let's talk basketball, man. No Panic. I know you hearing all this news on Zach LaVine. I want, and I pose this to y'all too in the chat. You know, what's all the Zach LaVine noise? I mean, well, how do you perceive all of this with Zach LaVine headed into free agency? Dex, we can start with you.
Um, I honestly believe that Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, and Zach LaVine basically will be very forthright dealing with the free agency situation. I believe that Zach LaVine wants to be a Chicago Bull, but I don't think Zach LaVine is giving off the signal that he is willing to give them a home discount. I just believe that Zach LaVine, he wants every penny that he feels that he's worth. I believe Rich Paul is going to play hardball in the offseason. The only thing that I believe could curtail Zach LaVine asking price is he was injured on several occasions during the NBA season. But to Zach LaVine credit, Zach LaVine played through every injury he had until he couldn't play anymore. And the only reason why he didn't play is because the season ended, unfortunately, by the Milwaukee Bucks with a 1-4 game first round series exit. So Zach LaVine showed toughness. Zach LaVine showed he could be a nail. I just believe that the Chicago Bulls is looking to fatten up their lineup, and they want to trim some of the fat off the pig, or the fat off the bull, if you want to put it that way. The Chicago Bulls front office want to trim some fat off the bull, but Zach LaVine don't want that fat to come off of his steak.
Right. That's what it seems like. He's definitely a master negotiator. And Rich Paul, we definitely gonna get into Rich Paul, you know, because you know what he does for his clients. He definitely gets them in the situation that is best suited for them on most occasions, you know, but definitely secures them financially. And I think that's something that it seems to be going on. No Panic. Whoa, how do you perceive all of this Zach LaVine news and chatter that we're hearing so far?
I mean, I know because it's like it kind of weird because it's like where all is coming from. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he a max player, to be honest with you. I wouldn't give him the max to be this, but just being real. But I mean,
we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna put something in the chat. Let me put a poll in the chat. Keep going.
But yeah, it's like even with last year when they've been talking about the contract, he been like he want a little more respect on his next contract. And it's like, what you talking about? Like, I don't think he want to be in Chicago,
Right.
but I think it's more so like because if you listen to what he's saying like he gonna explore all his options. He ain't gonna say he automatically coming back, and he ain't gonna say he automatically leaving. And at the same time, like his agent Rich Paul, and like I said last year, he been saying he won't respect with his next contract. If you get the max contract, which I believe they already probably offered to him, it's like what it shouldn't be. It should be a no-brainer just to sign right now, or sign at the earliest convenience he can sign. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna sign with Chicago, and if he do want to leave or whatever like that, it's gonna be a signing trade. But it's like, I know it's just crazy. Like, I don't know. I it's like before the season end, you couldn't tell me he even gonna be back next year. But now it's like, to me, it's a 50-50.
Well, it's always a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're taking the cheat way out, no panic. I think we need to get a little more from you right there, because you're not trying to really commit right now. You know what I'm saying? We want to know if you believe he's coming back or he's not coming back, and if he is, why, and if he ain't, why.
Yeah, that's why I say it's 50-50, because I personally believe that I don't see no reason why he would leave. But at the same time, I can't really speak for how he feel, because it ain't like he choose to go to Chicago, like he get traded to Chicago. It's like he don't owe Chicago nothing, but Chicago did kind of stick by him through his injury and all that, as far as like getting the best out of him instead of just trading him off. Like, oh, he might be damaged good because he got injured his knee or whatever it may be. But at the same time, it's like, what would be the reason why he would just sit there and be like, he got to explore all his options, which is a good business move. But at the same time, it's like, what happened? Like, what happened between last year and this year that he feel like he want to explore all his options? If you want to be in Chicago, you would just sign. If you don't want to be in Chicago, then you going. I mean, I think superstars nowadays, they try to find an easy way out to where they still fan favorites and make them seem like they in their fault. So if I had a drop of a hat right now, I'll say he's staying.
Yeah, I concur. I believe he's staying. I just think right now Zach LaVine is posturing during the offseason, because he's not under the gun. So he can basically act any way he wants to act. He's not under the gun. He has up to, I believe, June to basically make a decision if he's going to work with the Chicago Bulls, sign the offering sheet, or like you said, or really explore free agency. The thing of it is this right here. If I'm Zach LaVine, I'm going to act the same way that he's acting. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because you have DeMar DeRozan there. You have Lonzo Ball there. And most likely you're not going to have Vooch. I don't believe Vooch is going to return. I don't believe Kobe White is going to return. And I believe I don't believe Kobe White is going to return. He's going to be packaged.
No, I mean, I'm cool with him. But you said Vooch. You think they're going to let Vooch go?
Yeah, I think they're going to package Vooch with Kobe White and maybe Matt Thomas or something to that nature to make the offering attractive, because we know that Vooch is basically, it's not going to get any better. But where he's at right now, teams still need that. Right. They need that kind of play from a man of his talent. You feel that skill is still wanted in the NBA. It just depends on who wants it, and he might not receive what he's receiving from Chicago. He might receive a little less. They're going to probably trim some of that fat off, but at the same time, he still will probably have another 4-year contract or maybe 5-year contract. So, but they probably have to package him with Kobe White, because Kobe White is not up on the docks just yet. They probably package him with Matt Thomas. Matt Thomas is not really making anything. He's basically just want to get on with a team and try to get his career going north than what it is right now. But I honestly believe that they're gonna leave their eggs in a basket with Ayo Dosunmu. He's a rookie. He's what, second round pick or something to that nature, or late first round pick or something. I think it was second round. Yeah, second round pick. So they can stretch him out, because they can give him something next year, right? They can give him something next year, but they can stretch him out because, dude, you wasn't even a first round pick. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. So you did show out, sporadically, but your play wasn't totally consistent. We banking on potential. We banking on your hustle on the alongside of Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso, that congruency of defense should be stout enough to compete with other guard players in the NBA right now. And basically, that's basically Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. You feel me? If they can compete with that level of play with that, or with Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Buckets, if they can compete with that type of tenacious defense from that guard play, which they can, and they have shown they could, but can they do it for the fullness of a season? Yes, I believe so. So Zach is where he wants to be. And see, and this is what makes Rich Paul so intelligent. And a lot of people don't like that because I'm not going to put race in there. Okay. I'm just going to take the race all the way out of it. Okay. We know he's a powerful black man. We know how America feels about powerful black men. Okay. It's a history for that. But what I'm saying is this right here. Rich Paul has flipped the NBA, man. Rich Paul with the ad of LeBron James basically flipped the NBA with player power improvement. Player power improvement, PPI. And the owners, a lot of the owners and general managers, they're shook because they don't know what to expect, because Rich Paul right now, especially with that Tyrese Maxey up there in Philadelphia, let me tell you something about that kid. That kid right there is such a bargaining chip for any of Rich Paul's clients that's looking for contracts. You understand what I'm saying? Because he can always dangle Tyrese Maxey as an added bonus to something. Not to say he will do it, but I'm saying he can always, because he is very attractive right now, Tyrese Maxey. So now you have Zach LaVine exploring his off-season free agency, just to let the Chicago Bulls know that I'm not a homer. I'm not a good old boy. I'm here for business. And when you have Rich Paul as your agent, everybody knows in the NBA that you're there for business. It ain't no, backroom deals and things of that nature. This is what we're going to put. This we're going to announce, and this is where we're going to move forward. If you're not going to do that, then find some talent that's equal to Zach LaVine. And that's going to be hard because there's not too much talent out there that's equal to Zach LaVine when Zach LaVine is healthy. Because we've seen Zach LaVine play when he wasn't healthy, and he still was averaging north of 20 points. You follow what I'm saying? We know he can play make. We know he can rebound. And when he's on the side of Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine going to play his best in all aspects of basketball. And the problem is right now, this is what I believe. I have no intel, but I believe DeMar DeRozan is maybe one of the reasons that Zach LaVine is acting the way he's acting. And Rich Paul is backing him 100%. Because this is supposed to be Zach LaVine team hands down no matter what. You understand what I'm saying? Zach LaVine called this talent to the Chicago Bulls. He helped recruit these talented people to Chicago Bulls, and then it seemed like Chicago Bulls want to put DeMar DeRozan out front. Like, really? 1 year, and you want to shove him out front over me?
I don't think they really shoved him out front, though. I think he's just more consistent than Zach LaVine. Like even what you say to Snan, like, it's weird that you would put that pressure on a franchise to bring in people and get these talent just for you to say, oh, I would take my time to consider options. Like, what if you go into Lonzo and say, yeah, Lonzo, I want you over here because we can do some good things or whatever, and he over there for 1 year, but now you talking like you about to do.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that's a ploy. I believe that's a ploy on the chessboard.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What is he gaining from holding up and signing the contract? Then once he signed the contract, they got him locked in. Like, they can trade him for assets or they can keep him. Like, he ain't gaining nothing. So what?
Oh, no, he's definitely gonna have a no trade clause. He's definitely gonna have a no trade clause. You can bank on that. You're not gonna just daggle him around like a Westbrook. He's definitely gonna have a no trade clause. Rich Paul gonna definitely insert that into the contract. That'd probably be one of the first things they talk about. No trade clause first. Now let's talk money. You feel me?
Right.
But see, this is what I believe. And when I'm looking at Zach LaVine and the Chicago Bulls, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to C Red Nation, shout out to Bulls Nation, shout out to hashtag run with us. What I see in this landscape is that Zach LaVine was promised something. Zach LaVine didn't get it. Zach LaVine got some of the things that he wanted in Chicago, but he didn't get the total goal of what he wanted. And basically, I'm gonna say it like this: he got his DeMar, he got his Lonzo, right? But the way they play basketball wasn't what Zach LaVine was promised. The way they play basketball wasn't what Zach LaVine spit in Lonzo's ear that this is how we're going to play. You follow what I'm saying? Because if you really look at the totality of this situation, Lonzo could have stayed in New Orleans. Let's keep it a buck. He could have, with this basketball that we witnessed with the Chicago Bulls, Lonzo could have stayed in New Orleans. Both of them had first round exit. Is that true? Yes. So neither one of the teams outplayed the other team when it came to the playoff situation. But one thing I can say, New Orleans did win 2 games against the best team in the league right now, according to their record. You feel me?
Lonzo got a no trade clause in Chicago.
That one I don't know. I'm not certain about that one. But
because I can understand why he wouldn't want to stay in New Orleans, because like shit, his whole career been trade rumors every year except for the rookie year.
No, we just basically going on performance. We're not going on, how he feel. We just going on just performance, and we taking out emotions. Because Lonzo wanted out. You know what I'm saying? That's the fact. He wanted out. But what I'm saying is that he could have stayed in New Orleans and received the same results basically that he received in Chicago. Because in Chicago they said that at least Zach LaVine co-signed that you're going to be able to run the offense the way you're going to run it. We're going to let you be Lonzo. That's what was told to him. Lonzo can finally be Lonzo. We know what you're capable of doing. You feel me? But when he got there, they did it through the preseason. They did it the first 4 games. Then after that, they went to stagnation basketball, total isolation, mimicking the Brooklyn Nets, and they got the same results as the Brooklyn Nets. The only thing different between them and the Brooklyn Nets, they did win 1 game.
But I mean, when I look at Lonzo, I don't look at Lonzo and think that I don't think Lonzo want to be like the traditional point guard running the offense. I think Lonzo game was giving him freedom. I think if anything promised to Lonzo before he signed with Chicago, I think I feel like it's more so just give me freedom on defense, freedom on offense. Like if I want to throw a full court lobby, if I want to just advance the ball up court real fast, because I see something, I'm gonna do that. Cause remember when he been with Stan Van Gundy now, Stan Van Gundy that wanted to do all that on defense. He like that discipline, stay in your spot defense. Or he playing man on man.
And it seemed like he was him and Josh Hart was the only one playing defense. Yeah, and to some degree, Jackson Hayes, but Jackson Hayes just looked at lost out there. But yeah, exactly. But see, no, the thing of it is, Panda, you're right on that. But you don't have to think that. That's what it was. You don't have to guess on that one. It's a surety, unequivocal, that Lonzo was told he can come there and be Lonzo Ball. It was very unambiguous. You know what I'm saying? It was no cloud of doubt. There was no confusion. It was incontrovertible that Lonzo will come there, run the offense. He's finally going to be the Lonzo Ball we saw in Summer League. That's what was told to Lonzo Ball.
So
and Zach LaVine co-signed that. So hold on before I go, so I can finish training thought. So Zach LaVine co-signed that. So with Zach LaVine, his posturing with the Chicago Bulls, he's basically also helping Lonzo, I believe, in this one. I believe Zach LaVine and Rich Paul is helping Lonzo in this situation by saying, I want a no clause, right? No trade clause. I want this much amount of money, and I want Lonzo Ball to really run the offense. I want this to be a promise. And if it's not going to go through, we going to the media and we finna blast Billy Donovan. and we're gonna have your job in jeopardy. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna start leaking shit.
Can I
Oh,
chime
yeah.
in when you guys finish?
Yes, sir, Marvin. These your guys.
Man, them people might
Shout out
well.
to Marvin.
Them people might well build around Zach LaVine. I mean, DeRozan, man.
You can't build around DeRozan.
Man,
but hold on, Sky. Let Marvin chime in because this
send
is
both of them in a trade package wherever they want to go. They never won nothing anyway.
All right, I feel you. Marvin, what's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? Shout out to the chat panel, everybody out there. I wanted everybody. If Sky want to go ahead and give his take, he can, because I want to give mine last.
Okay, go ahead then, Sky.
No, go ahead. You go, Marv. I was just saying what I had to say. Go ahead. I'm a rebuttal off you.
Well, you might agree with him. You might not rebuttal. You might agree.
I mean, it don't matter if he rebuttal or not.
I ain't lying. One thing I can say about Marv, I might do agree with him because he a Bulls fan. He see more than the player. He a Bulls fan. The Lonzo fan.
First of all, guys, every player is going to explore his chances in free agency. This ain't nothing new. I think we all know that. He should tell everybody he wants to test the market. You want to see what your worth is. It's obvious. Every player does that, guys. This ain't nothing new. Question to everybody on the panel in the chat. Last year, Zach shot 50% field goal percentage, 40 from three, and 86 from the free throw line. He's damn near a 40, 50, 90 player. That's super elite, guys. You tell me what organization will let that go. The Bulls already promised him something, and he's supposed to see what he's worth. I'm not guaranteeing it. The Bulls going to pay him. For everybody who says trash, I'm going to say this again. 40% from three, 50 from the field, 86 from the line. That's super elite. That's super max player. Only reason he ain't getting it is because he got hurt this year. He sacrificed his game. 1 second, guys. Sacrificed his game for DeRozan this year and cut down, and his points went down a little. But he still averaged 24 in his career. The lowest he ever averaged was 10 his rookie year. The highest was 27. The last 5 years in a row, he's averaged 23, 25, 27, and 24. All I'm going to say is this. The Bulls had already talked to him. The reason he did not sign earlier, because they told him they were going to try to build his team. They wanted to see how it was going to look. And the whole key of it is, if you want to win a championship, first of all, no contending team can pay Zach LaVine right now. Why would he leave, guys? If you want to go to San Antonio, how long is it before they win a championship? Yeah, he'd be paid probably a little bit more than the Bulls going to give him upwards of 100, maybe 110, 120. He might get 130, 35 from San Antonio. Is it worth it? All I'm going to say is this, guys. Smart organizations do exactly what the Bulls did. You do not sign him last year until you get this team ready. You bring Lonzo in. They didn't show him they bringing the pieces in. I'm not guaranteeing it, but it's about an 89 and 90% chance that he signs with the Bulls. I'm not even worried about it. I love the talk, but for me to read in the chat that he's trash, you tell me anybody else in the league that's averaging 24 points or it's almost a 40, 50, 90 player and trash. I don't believe it. Go ahead.
I understand.
Right. Exactly, Slim. There's no trade clause, but you can veto your trade. Basically, this is kind of like the same thing.
All that
veto your trade.
Marv, all that sound good, bro. But in the playoffs, man, he helped build the Clipper Stadium, dog.
Yeah, but he played in the playoffs 1 year hurt.
Man,
let me say this. You being a fan, you have no idea. You just talking. Let the organization do what they're going to do, and you not the one signing him. The organization is. The whole key to this thing is, all right, if that's the case, then, Sky, give me your predictions, and if it comes true, then they might hire you. Tell me what's going on.
I think he's trying to go to the Lakers because that's what Rich Paul trying to do. He's trying to get LeBron a new team. I wouldn't be surprised if Westbrook over there.
And let me say this part right here.
I wouldn't be surprised they made that trade Westbrook over there, and they have 1 year and then look for somebody else to sign, because if Zach leaves, Lonzo gonna want to leave too. So they
If
might
Zach leave, we're not signing
And Lonzo
Westbrook.
can leave after
well,
year 3.
they might as well
play
play
option.
for draft picks, and that's no hating. They might as well play for draft picks and try to build a team like that. I'm just being honest, and y'all know I'm not lying either. If Zach decides he signed somewhere else, Zoe gonna want out. Zoe went there personally for Zach, right, Dex?
Yeah, because he can't build a brand in
All
Chicago
right,
like
then.
he can do
So
somewhere else.
it's bigger than y'all just losing one player, because if y'all lose Zach or they don't sign Zach, they don't give Zach the right amount of money, then just like Dex said, Rich Paul ain't nothing to play with. Rich Paul gonna get both of his clients out there, and that's a fact.
Right,
God,
but see,
I
let
can
me
understand- I
address this one
understand what you-
situation.
No, hey, Dex, let me say one thing about what Marv said, so we don't skip past that part. When it come to these contracts, if he had signed last year, it would have been an extension. An extension would have kicked into this season coming up. So him not signing the contract last year ain't got nothing to do with signing Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, or whatnot like that. So him signing now will be an unrestricted free agency, so he can go wherever he want to. Nobody can pay him more than the Bulls. The Bulls, like when it comes to the max contract, it's already a slotted amount based on what your accolades is that season. If you were all NBA eligible for, I think like 180 or 200 million or whatnot. If not, it probably like 180, 170. So that right there, as far as the contract, and I agree with you. Like I feel like he coming back too, but at the same time, it's like looking at all your options for one player ain't the same as looking at all my options for the next player, because he could have signed the extension, played a season out on the old contract, and now he can say, you know what, I don't want to be here, I want to trade.
I understand what you're saying, but him and the Bulls have already talked about this last year. He knew this.
But like
last
you
year.
said, we speaking as fans, we really don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
let me address this one issue real quick, so we can get an idea of what's going on. Remember, I said that one of the first things that he probably addressed is a no trade clause, and then he addresses money. Then he addressed how he wants the offense to be constructed. You feel what I'm saying? You can get a no trade clause, but
yes,
it comes with stipulation, and a lot of these top players don't qualify because they've been team hopping. And the only way you basically can qualify for a no trade clause, I'm going to read the requirements, is to be eligible to negotiate a no trade clause. A player must have at least 8 years of NBA experience and 4 years with his current team. Even if a player qualifies, his team is unlikely to restrict his flexibility by including a no trade clause in his deal. So you can still get a no trade clause. Now, do Zach LaVine have 8 years of experience?
Yes.
Has Zach LaVine been with his team for 4 years?
Yes.
He qualifies.
I already know it. Let me finish it up, guys. I don't know if you guys heard me. I say again. 40, 50, 90. You know what that is? That's elite. That's elite, guys. You know how many players did that in the NBA? I know you don't. But I'm just going to say this. Why would the Bulls even play with that? What other player in the league you know is a 40, 50, 90 player? Not very many guys.
Marv, all that.
But Marv, why would he only offer him 135 like you say?
And not just that.
No.
Marv,
I'm not saying
that sound good, Marv.
Look,
but
the
Rich
max
Paul
contract
looking out
is
for
set in stone.
LeBron James over everybody, man.
The max contract is set in stone. My numbers don't mean. I told you I'm not the GM. My numbers don't mean anything. The Bulls going to. I mean, I don't mind anybody saying.
Slim, you can negotiate it, Slim.
You can say whatever you want. I can say whatever I want. But the Bulls organization is going to do what they're going to do. They ain't going to do what I say, what you say, or nobody on this panel say.
So y'all
why would the organization let a 40, 50, 90 player go?
Man,
there ain't no reason to let that go.
And that's what I don't know what you hear,
though. Like
Marvin, I don't know if you was here earlier, but I said that, but I didn't give his stat. I didn't give a stat line, but I said that Zach LaVine is a rare player, and he's unique, and it's not too many players out there on this with that, cut from that cloth like a Zach LaVine as far as player performance. Now, as far as leadership and other aspect of his game, that could be questioned. But as far as his
Well,
performance, Zach LaVine is top tier.
Oh, Dex,
and
you
that's why it's more than
Dex,
one
you
player on the
going to
team.
the
He
Lakers?
doesn't have to have all the qualities, Dex. That's why it's more than one player on the team.
Dex,
As
you
long
don't
as
see
he
him
holds
going
his
to the
own.
Lakers, Dex? You don't see him going to the Lakers.
No, I really don't see him go to the Lakers unless the Chicago Bulls fumble the bag. Unless Chicago Bulls take a hard stance and say, you know what, we got DeMar, we got Vooch, we can jangle some Kobe White, some Derrick Jones Jr., and we can go to the offseason with the money that we're offering Zach and build up, through free agency. If they play that role, then yes, he probably will be a Laker. I mean, he probably will be a Laker. But I just don't see Zach leaving Chicago if Chicago gives him a nice round off number.
Man, I think that's
With
the
the team they have.
Westbrook.
All of this boils around the team that they're building, guys. This is a plan. Sky is a Pelican fan, not a Bull fan. He don't follow the Bull. I know what the Bulls process is. I know exactly what it's about. Sky
Josh, just ask Flight for your wrench. Just asking for your wrench.
He's hoping.
Who won the wrench?
So I know he wished he would.
Josh
I don't
Jackson.
care nothing about.
Because he's on a different account. That's why he wants wrench.
The Bulls started off when they picked up Vooch. This was a plan. All of this talk about them getting blowed out in the playoffs. This wasn't their year. I said that from the
Shout
very
out
start.
Chicago.
This was not their year. This was a process. Next year is another process to sign LaVine. This team is built around LaVine. Everybody can say DeRozan. No, it was not. Wasn't even close to being built around DeRozan. For Zach to step back and let DeRozan do what he do is enough said to show how much how he's committed to the Bulls in itself. For him to be with the Bulls for 6 years, 5 years, and to stay with them through all our ups and downs, through all the tough times. He could have been gone. He could have been off.
Hey, listen, and just
everybody hit the like
button.
button.
Only shoot 50% one season, and this season that just passed, he even 50-40-90.
I'm sorry?
I say Zach LaVine never shot 50-40-90 in his career.
No, I said he's very close. All right, what is his stats? What's his stats?
Y'all know you right now. You right, he is close, but I mean,
what's his stats? Since you say you haven't, what are you?
47% for field goal percentage, 4.6 rebounds.
I said last
4.5
year.
assists,
I said last year
from three.
I said last year. He brought his stuff down for DeRozan this year. I said last year.
But he was the only one on the team.
Yeah, like he stat padding at the end.
Yeah, man, they wasn't winning, man.
Like I don't. Anytime a team
who wasn't
more
winning?
than 50 games.
You don't stack. How you gonna shoot 50% if
we talking about last year, the year?
I know, but this is how you measure that, though, Sky. This is a barometer to measure that, right? You look at Zach LaVine, right? He was on a trash team. That's correct. They didn't make the play-in, but they was on the borderline of making the play-in. They was fighting the New Orleans Pelicans. I mean, not New Orleans Pelicans, the Charlotte Hornets for that last play-in slot, right? Now, right, it's a 10th seed. But the thing of it is, you look at all the other teams that was on the level of Chicago and see if they have a player that's putting the output that Zach LaVine was putting.
None of them.
I'm not knocking Zach. See, y'all think I'm knocking Zach. What I'm saying is the way he putting it, like we all know if Zach don't score, they don't win. They don't even stand a chance of winning on that team.
But that's what I'm trying to get. That's my point. Zach was doing it efficiently, though. It wasn't like he was just a glorified shot chucker. He was doing it efficiently.
Man,
and he was scoring high numbers. That's why he made the All-Star from a bad team.
Bulls are set in stone in a plan. Sky doesn't have a plan. He just got a wish. He wants things.
What is the plan?
The Bulls are set. See, the difference in the Bulls and the Pelicans is we built him from what we started with, which was Vooch. Then we brought in Lonzo. Then we brought in DeRozan. Now this offseason, the Bulls are, and to
Caruso,
you, Dex,
don't forget Caruso.
Let me say this, Dex. Vucevic is not going nowhere either. Neither of the top three are going nowhere.
Well,
the Bulls are building around those three.
Back to different with you.
Well, I'm okay, Dex. I'm guaranteed. Now, I'm going to tell you this here. I'm guaranteed you Vooch will be there. As a matter of fact, Vooch is the cornerstone. He's the only one who actually played well in the playoffs.
That's pretty cool.
He really is.
Listen, guys, when I say cornerstone, listen.
You know what a cornerstone is?
Who played well in the playoffs? Who played well in the playoffs for the Bulls?
Vooch. Vooch.
But what are
That
y'all
don't make him
talking
a
about?
corner. That doesn't make him a
I didn't mean
cornerstone.
I didn't mean it like that. Now I don't mean a
Okay,
cornerstone
okay,
for
all
the
right.
franchise.
Okay, got you.
No, I
Vooch
mean
the only one
and why,
showed up
hold
to
on.
be.
Here's another thing. Why would an organization sign Lonzo Ball 1 year, Vooch the year before that, and then let Zach go? It don't make sense, guys.
And try to
Of course
kiss
not.
Zach ass, man, and they ain't work out,
Come on.
man. Zach don't
So
want
you know, Flight is being. I mean, not Flight. Sky's being agitated.
I
You
ain't,
already
man,
know
you
that.
know I
man.
can't. I don't even listen to
Ain't
guys.
work-
Listen, the Bulls plan, but to
First
have
of all,
Vucevic,
you
they already know
first
Lonzo
of
been
all,
coming.
you gotta have
and
some
Zach.
kind of common
Oh
sense.
The
to be a
Marvin
GM.
Boy
Wait a minute.
the
Stop
wild
the
card.
presses. Stop the presses. There's
my
exciting.
goodness.
Coffee is back from
He at the
Zeta
disco, man.
Reticuli. Coffee
What the
is
hell
back
is
from
going on
Zeta
with you? Just come out
Reticuli.
the Marvin
Coffee
movie?
was out there with the Palladians. Coffee,
It's like-
what's up with you, my brother?
What's up, brothers? What's up,
Coffee,
panel? How y'all
right
doing?
there.
Now, what the hell is this?
I'm gonna tell y'all what's about to go down.
Hold on. What the hell is that?
This is what you do when you hang out with the big with the big ballers. And I ain't
Oh
just
my
talking about.
goodness. So,
I know
ain't just
Slade
talking
ain't
about
got
the
no
bar.
rent.
I
ain't just
never
talking about
seen
the
this a
bar.
day in my life.
I
That
ain't
boy
just
was
talking
out
about.
I
there,
done seen it all.
man. That
I ain't
boy
just talking about
seen
the
it
bar.
all.
the Mayo, man.
I'm talking about these features. This business that's happening.
I
But
done
let me
seen it all.
let me give y'all this intake though. Let me give y'all this business.
Yo, I got
Zach LaVine got all the chips. He got all the leverage, and he
Thank
ain't
you.
going nowhere.
Thank you,
What
Coffee.
happens is, look, it's just obvious it's written in stone. Anybody that's a free agent, you got to test the market to get out there and get your value, get your worth. The Bulls is eligible to give him $245 million, the Supermax. He recruited Lonzo. That's Rich Paul. Rich Paul is like one of the coldest black agents, one of the only black agents that stand on here is that everybody respect, even if you don't like him. You got to respect his business deals. He done garnered over $1 billion some worth of contracts. If they don't give Zach what he wants, Zoe would not be there. He gone. Now, I believe this is what's going on.
I just told him that, man.
This is what's going on.
That, man.
This is what's going on. They done had this discussion when Zoe first got there. Zach LaVine had this discussion. And check this out. And your man from the Pelicans, Zion Williamson. So y'all want to hear this? This is what's happening. I believe they forming a super team and gonna head to the Clippers. It's happening, is in effect, is in full effect. Ain't no way in the hell. The Bulls better do everything to get Zach with everything he wants. $248 million ain't nothing to them people over there. Them Jewish people over there got money. Got billions of dollars. Jerry Randolph owned the Sox, and he owned the Bulls, and he been owning them for years and years and years. No matter if they don't like to give people money, they gonna have to give them money this time because they're gonna lose everything. You lose Zoe, you lose everything. Zoe is everything. He already want to play with his brothers. That's in full effect. And Zion Williams love Zoe. They've been talking about this. Zion will play out for the Pelicans to play his contract out. If that thing come to fruition, he'll play his contract out and head over there to Zoe. Zoe was the best years of Zion's life. Zach LaVine had the best situation with Zoe. It's hard as hell not to play with a person like Zoe.
Man, that
So
man
Zach,
ain't going nowhere.
I know you don't want to hear it.
Man, the man been down here and pitches the most he ever been down here, man.
Look, Scott, I know you don't want to hear it, dog. I know
at first I was believing what you said, but
I know, but it's gonna leave a bad look.
Man, the man already say he's signing it.
Yeah, look. He'll be a
Be
fool
nice,
not
LL.
to.
Be nice.
But look, he'll be a fool not to, right? But you know when you put that contract up, they got stipulations in those contracts, not just on the owner's end, but on the player's end too.
No.
You know, so I wanted to play for the Pelicans. Unfortunately, for you guys, and fortunately for Zoe, Zion loves Zoe, man. I'm talking about he loves Zoe, but that's a whole other digression. We're talking about Zach right now. Zach recruited Zoe for a reason. Zoe could have got way more money than $85 million. Bulls got him on a bargain. Bulls play around with this shit and let this shit go above and beyond. They're gonna lose for real. You don't want to lose a Zach LaVine. You don't want to lose a Zach because you lose Zach, you lose Zoe.
How them people losing something and Zoe Zach never won shit?
Yeah, I know. So Scott, we already know where your stance is on the Bulls, though, right?
I'm being honest. Ain't no stand.
I know that's your honesty.
I'm telling you the truth.
Look, that's your truth. But look, the organization and them guys in there smart. Them motherfuckers ain't gonna play. They ain't gonna play around with that shit. Look, the world know the value of Zoe. Only people don't know the value of Zoe is you, Sky. The whole world know the value of Zoe. And you best to believe Zach LaVine and Zoe. Look, Zoe switched. Remember, Zach switched his agent to Rich Paul. Remember, that wasn't his agent at first.
I know.
He switched that shit quick.
To get the trade.
He switched him because he want that money.
Because he know he's gonna get that money. He gonna get
Man,
maxed out.
he gonna get that money based on how
He not only gonna get that money, but he gonna get what he want. And on top of that, it's gonna be a situation where, see, they got Zoe for 4 years, right? Don't nobody know what's gonna happen, right? But know this: he want to play with his brothers. They all in cahoots with it. Zion want to play with Zoe. Zach want to play with Zoe. They supposed to do something.
Jessica.
They're supposed to do something for the Summer League this summer. Doing something for the Summer League this summer with BBB. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see him. It's going to be exciting. Ain't nothing strong with Zoe's knee. That shit is a cap. Ain't nothing, all that, whatever for the media. When it's all said and done, Zach going to get what he want. The Bulls going to get what they want. And if they don't, they going to get what they want.
Listen, to be honest, I don't think Zoe even want to play with LaMelo.
Let's get to the crust of this. Let's get to the meat. Okay. Now, shout out to Flight Sports TV for everything that's going down, for him to give us this plate and allow us to have a slate of content that's coming down the slaying. Shout out to Coffee, to the world. Coffee, let's get to the meat of this, my brother. What is it like being on the mother plane?
Oh, it's going down, dog. I can't even explain what's going down. It's going down so big, I can't even say shit. But when it do, remember what I told y'all? We all going to New York next year for the playoffs, and I'm paying for everybody. That's if the deal comes through, because these niggas in the chat be fucked up. They be like, you said you was gonna take us, nigga. I said if the deal go through. Listen to that part. But I'm more encouraging on this Zach thing. This is great, a great situation to be in. Zach in a perfect situation, got the Bulls by the neck, and they knew it. They should have offered him max last year. They should have maxed him out last year. So you're gonna have this type of problem. Now they got leverage, and they got more leverage with this situation that went on with the Bulls. It was everything happened for a reason, you know. And now this man about to get paid. And if they don't pay Zach, they're gonna lose Zoe, and you don't want to lose Zoe. And I already believe, like I said, they had a discussion already about going to the Clippers. Steve Ballmer loved the Ball Boys. I keep telling y'all this. He loved the Ball Boys. He built that big ass stadium for $1 billion some of his money. $2 billion of his money, not the state money, not the government money. That's all his money. He didn't take. You know how you get money from the government? They give you at least a portion of that shit. Man, he didn't get none of that. He got that.
The only way they be with the Clippers, what the Clippers gonna give up?
They ain't got to give up shit. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna have to give up something.
Look, it's gonna fade out. All that Kawhi shit, them niggas killing themselves.
That's right.
It's easy.
I agree with that one.
It's simple, dog. It's simple. You know what I'm saying?
Mind you, Zoe got a 4-year contract. Would you let them know they got a player option in the 4th year?
You can't fuck with Steve Ballmer, dog.
But Coffee, would you let them know that you cannot be limping around in LA? Either you're gonna play or you're gonna get the hell out of here.
Dog. You gotta play. You know, you gotta be honorable. You gotta uphold your contract. You gotta play.
2 years, so they ain't running them out there yet.
Yeah, now they got options.
You've been doing that 2 years.
Understand this. Y'all don't know how powerful the Ball brothers is, man. Y'all just refuse to believe how powerful this family is. It's not just LaMelo. It's Zoe, Jello, and Melo. And the cap of it all is LaVar. The head of it all, the genius of it all, the brilliance of it all is LaVar. Get this man his respect while you can. You don't want to be found hating on this man. He got too much shit happening. Too much shit happening. Something
Listen, guys, I want to chime in 1 second. All the talk can be talked about all they want. The Bulls is building a team. They're going to keep Lonzo. They're going to keep LaVine. They're going to keep Vooch. They're going to build around them. The Bulls going to be decent. Now, you guys can go on all you want about all these different scenarios, but starting next year, I'm going to come right back on here. I ain't going to be excited like I'm not excited now, and I'm going to tell y'all again.
No, Marvin, that's good. Marvin, that's good business, but what you're saying is a scenario, too. All of us spit scenarios, everybody, and we all got wishful thinking. We all got wishful thinking, but
they don't make these moves if they going to just give up on them. You don't do that.
It's about playing. It's about playing chess. And what we doing from the outside in, we really like casuals, right? So we're trying to guess the move.
And already talking about thought about signing Zach before me and you and all of us started talking about it.
Absolutely, but nonetheless,
all I'm gonna tell y'all is this: I'm gonna sit back and listen. Y'all can debate on it all you want. I didn't put my take in.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be your take, and everybody gonna have their take. That's why we can respectfully agree to disagree. At the end of the day, if you love business and you love discussions and you love contract agreements, then this shit is exciting. You know what I'm saying? I love when they go back and forth. I love because
Be nice, LL.
Hell yeah, I love when the players get their money. I love when the players get their money from these owners. These owners be selfish. But you better believe when that CBA come up, they gonna change that CBA all the way around. Too many motherfuckers sitting out.
Hey, I got a question. I'm going to interrupt. I need everybody to tap into Flight Sports on IG. I put Coffee to the World on IG. I mean, this was must-see TV. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
You know, you're not following Flight Sports TV on IG. You cheating yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Also, guys, hit that like button. He ain't got very many likes up. Hit that like button.
You know how it go. You know how it go.
Flight Sports TV.
I see y'all in the building.
Flight Sports TV, the hottest in the street. And I'm going to let y'all in on this. I'm hanging out with Ronald Fenty. This is Rihanna's father. All you gotta do is go on my page and see this shit. This is Rihanna.
All jokes aside, what the hell is that?
Now, this is everything. I can't even get it
because coming off the mother plane.
Cool. All right, let's take a sip. I've never seen this before.
We on a whole nother level with this shit. You see LaMelo when he go to the moon,
Man,
when he
that's the new BBB glasses.
We on a whole nother moon.
That's the new BBB glasses.
Hey, look.
Coffee. Listen, Coffee is the is the last member of the group Devo. I don't know if you guys ever remember the group Devo. He's the last member of the group Devo.
Devo was cold. They sleep on Devo, Dex. They sleep on Devo. But look, that's my man. I mean, Ronald Fenty, that's my man. You already know Jeff Mayweather, my man. You already know Big George, my man. His son JaVale doing good. They getting down. Phoenix up 2-0. Don't let them win the championship. It's really up. We're going to be down there and put this shit on what's the name? You know what I'm saying?
Coffee, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. You up there glowing and green and everything. Check this out.
That's that money. That's that money. That money. That green stand for that money. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, brother. I understand. Do you believe that Zach LaVine also is posturing because he wants the offense to be what he promised Lonzo Ball the offense was going to be, and somehow it got changed during the course of the season?
Absolutely. You got to get the freedom to Zoe. You got that's his team. Rich Paul, that's his team. That Zoe is the future for real. So when he came in and everything was playing through DeMar, that's a disrespect to Zach and a disrespect to Zoe. That shit ain't going down no more. It's gonna be a whole new different situation come fall. Everything gonna look different come fall. It's gonna be a lot of makeup. So yeah, I hear what Marvin's saying, no doubt, and I'm hearing what Scott saying, no doubt. Nonetheless, at the end of the day, the only thing makes sense is what makes sense to Zoe, Rich Paul, and Zach. That's the only thing makes sense. Everything
and that makes sense, Coffee, because I'm quite sure Rich Paul said, okay, listen, we know Charlotte's offering you something. We know Boston's offering you something. New York is contemplating on throwing their chips in. We know Dallas wants to get into the sweepstakes. But Chicago, Zoe, said they're going to let you be you. They're not going to hold you back. They're going to unleash you. And this is the information that I received. And then all of a sudden, I'm out here parading this information, and it didn't go the way that I said it was going to go. It went for preseason, and it didn't go for the regular season, except for the first 4 games. So now, all of a sudden, Zach LaVine, you know what I'm saying? He gets hurt a couple of times during the course of the season, but still, Zach LaVine just didn't seem happy. It seemed like Zach LaVine told Lonzo something. It didn't turn out to what he told Lonzo, and he felt a little bad about that.
And
hold on, Coffee. Let me say this to Dex. Dex, where are you getting that this didn't work? They was 27-12 when he got hurt. He was on all-star status when he got hurt. When was it not working? It was working.
No, wait. This way we're working at Marvin. Marvin. This
current team is not going to win a chip. That's clear to see.
This way it wasn't working at. The efficiency that Zach was doing before Zoe and DeMar got there, it was crazy the numbers Zach was putting up. So Zach took a back cut, like kind of like what Dwayne Wade did with LeBron James. He took a back step, and they treated him. The organization, it wasn't just Billy Donovan, it's the organization. And they went above and beyond. So even though they was winning and they was producing, they was progressing, it really was a regress for Zach. And then it was a super regress for Zoe, because he was just basically doing the same thing that he did with the Pelicans. They had him over there in the corner. They don't want to see that shit no more. That shit can't happen no more. That man, you gotta allow Zach to be free.
When Lonzo Ball got hurt, was he?
No. Before he got hurt. No. Before he got hurt, Marvin. Before he got hurt.
Before he got hurt.
Wait, hold up, Marvin. I wasn't finished. Hold up, I wasn't finished. Hold up, Marvin. I wasn't finished. So I can't let you finish if you don't let me finish. I'm gonna give you respect when you give respect. Now, at the same time, Zoe was still stuck in the corner. He was efficient, shooting 47%, all that, killing this, that, and other, but it wasn't Zoe. It wasn't free Zoe. This is why when you hear Nico talk all the time, they're not letting Zoe be Zoe. You gotta let Zoe give him his freedom. Run. Let him push the ball. Let him control the offense. The offense to be 90%, 95% Zoe. You know what I'm saying? It got to be that way. This man, you holding him back. You holding Zoe back. And Zach saw that shit. And you best believe they're addressing all that shit right now.
Listen, I don't think LaVine care about all that shit with Lonzo like y'all.
Of course he do. Of course he do. Are you?
He got him there. No panic.
Are you kidding?
I don't think he's going in this contract thinking
he recruited Lonzo.
Right by
Are you kidding? Come on, panic. Come on, bro. It's a no-brainer.
I believe it's a better chance than not that he signed back with the Bulls. But I also don't believe that his thinking is based off of Lonzo not getting the respect, how y'all say all the freedom, like y'all said. I don't.
Zach LaVine was actually commercializing Lonzo for an All-Star. Remember when the Bulls had their All-Star? They had three players. They had Zach, Vooch, and DeMar DeRozan. And Zach LaVine said Lonzo is an All-Star too. Why he ain't up there?
But Dex, remember this now. Every season Lonzo Ball please never finish the season.
I'm not talking about that, no pen. You kicking the can. We talking about Zach's relationship with Lonzo.
Listen. What if it's so much about Zoe? If it's so much, but it's you saying it's about Zoe and his contract, or not even fully, just partially about Zoe. Zoe can't
the offense.
So if the ultimate goal is to win a chip, and I got a player that never makes it through the season, why am I putting my entire future, my millions on?
Happy birthday, Nico.
Zoe.
Nico birthday. Happy birthday, Nico. So this is why you put it on Zoe. Zoe is everything, dog. Zach LaVine, no, he's a smart ball player.
He's a straw that stirs the drink.
I get that. I get
the
game.
And Zach LaVine is a very smart ball player, man, and he's a very unique player.
Somebody go find Nico, man.
There's not a lot of Zach LaVine running around here, dog. It's hard to give up a Zach LaVine. This motherfucker doing athletic Jordan type shit. It's hard to give him up. You don't just give up a Zach LaVine. It's hard to replace something like that.
Zach LaVine is top notch on every level of scoring.
Absolutely. He's elite. He's what you call an elite basketball player. He's elite. And he's going to get his numbers. He's going to get his money, too. Or the Bulls going to be sick as a damn dog.
Belated birthday, Jessica.
They're going to be sick. But look, I got to get up out of here. It's going down. Just remember what I told y'all. It's going down. Never anything too easy. Coffee to the world. If you don't know what's popping, go follow me on Instagram, Coffee to the World too. I can't talk about this shit because y'all will be losing it. But shout out to Flight, shout out to Dex, shout out to Marvin, shout out to Panic, shout out to Sky, and anybody else on the panel. I love you, brothers and sisters. Out of here.
Salute, Coffee. We give you your crown, brother. Damn,
yes, sir, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my king.
Coffee.
What's up, Mike? What's up, King?
You didn't explain to me before you leave. What can you tell me what that is? I've never seen it before.
Absolutely.
How long you had it? How long you had this?
If you know,
I want one.
Look,
and do it change colors?
I'm gonna say this. Colors? Absolutely. I'm gonna say this. But green is for the money. We about getting this money over here. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to be a millionaire and then a billionaire. It got to always be everybody's goal to be a millionaire, then a billionaire. I talk this shit for a reason, and I back all this shit up. And when you ain't got no money, this big bank take little bank. I love y'all, man. Peace out.
Yeah, salute. Salute to Coffee. We give him his crown. We don't give flowers on Flight Sports TV. Yeah, we don't give out flowers on Flight Sports TV. We give out crowns. You know what I'm saying? Crown for the queens and for the kings. So shout out to Flight Sports TV. Yeah, but Marvin, could you come back to the forefront? Are you still available?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, now what you were saying now?
Like I said, I'm not going to sit up and argue about it because I'm going to be as calm as I always be. The Bulls have been in this process of getting this done for a long time, guys. Do you honestly believe that they'll let something like this slip away? The whole process was built around Zach from the very start. If everybody gonna have their takes, that's fine. I understand that. But if you think the Bulls going to try to build something by starting spending all this money on Vooch, then going out and getting Lonzo, and then letting Zach's contract get away from him, then you're sadly mistaken. I'm not going to argue.
Coffee was saying that as well. He basically gave the alternative that if the Bulls jack off that bag, then the Clippers door could be wide open, and that can open the floodgates for other players to come, because that's a $2 billion stadium. Ain't no stadium. I mean, ain't no arena in America. I don't think nowhere in the world is worth $2 billion. You follow what I'm saying? Not stadium. I'm talking about arena.
They can start building through somebody else, because it ain't gonna be Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
Also,
this is
the Bulls organization. Their ownership is not dumb. These are not no rookies up in the Bulls organization. I'm a true Bulls fan. I'm not saying that we all of this, but they know how to spend money. They know a winning team when they get one together. I can understand people having. And if anybody believes because Zach LaVine said he's going to explore the free agent market, then they don't understand what basketball is about. Every free agent does that. Every free agent. Now, here's the thing I want to address to all the people. Now, truthfully enough, if all of these guys are talking about joining together and they got a plan, then that's their plan. But there's no way that the Bulls can offer him the most money than anybody. If you think they're not, then you're wrong. And they will.
I know that. Listen. We know his best situation is with the Bulls because he can negotiate a no trade clause. Okay. That's what I talked about earlier. You might be late to the stream. I got challenged on that a little bit, but yeah, Zach LaVine is qualified to negotiate a no trade clause. You know, Giannis don't have a no trade clause. Do you know that LeBron don't have a no trade clause? Do you know James Harden, Steph Curry? You feel what I'm saying? Zach LaVine right now could be a turning point in the CBA, which is the collective bargain agreement, with this no trade clause thing. You feel what I'm saying? They might try to up the ante. So this would be the great time, if not any, that Zach LaVine go ahead and push forth with a no trade clause and not have his veto rights. You follow what I'm saying? Just straight up. A no trade clause. It ain't about no veto rights. I don't want to get traded because I want to stay here and win a championship with the Chicago Bulls. And I show you that I can recruit quality players. Not only can he recruit quality players, Marvin, he recruiting MVP candidates, defense of the year type player candidates. You feel me? This is what Zach LaVine have already shown that he can recruit to the Chicago metropolitan area. And we all know that Chicago is a pillar city, okay? It's a seaport. We know that Chicago is a money city. We know Chicago was founded by a black man. So Chicago has a lot of historical significance right now. Hopefully, they get it together. They do not make this process difficult. Meet in the middle, get the money right, get the contract right, get the offense right. Because I believe Zach LaVine wasn't too thrilled the way that offense was running. Yes, Zach LaVine going to get his money. He's that type of player. That's what we say. He's top notch. He's an elite player, like Coffee said. I concur with that because Zach LaVine can create his own shot. Zach LaVine can create for other players. Zach LaVine can shoot layups. Zach LaVine can monsterly dunk. Zach LaVine can shoot 3-pointers. Zach LaVine can pass the ball. And Zach LaVine can even rebound when he wants to. You follow what I'm saying? Ain't too many people gonna out jump him when you jump up for that ball. So if you got Zach LaVine rebounding, you got Lonzo Ball rebounding, and you can get somebody else that's a real true rebounder, they can be very unstoppable. They can kind of mimic the Miami Heat. Not saying they're gonna be the Miami Heat. They can mimic the Miami Heat as far as a defensive stance purposes. But their offense could be better than Miami Heat if they get this right.
So if you on one of these teams in the league, right? Do you see the Bulls as a championship team? Looking at the landscape of the playoffs right now, do you see the Bulls as a championship team, even with Lonzo added to the fray?
Not now. They're not a championship team. They have to move a couple of pieces.
Season. Let me get that one. This is the all-season guy. This is the all-season guy. The Bulls knew. Didn't you just hear me when I said the Bulls already knew that they wasn't championship ready? They wasn't. They knew they were. Everybody else talked noise about them. when they got beat in the first round. I'm not saying they tried to lose in the first round, but everybody knew they wasn't ready. This was not this year for the Bulls. The Bulls are looking to upgrade in the offseason with Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, and Vooch. They're gonna upgrade the team. Now, as far as you saying,
but Marvin, what you saying
ready?
don't make sense because at the end of the day, they don't have enough money to pay Kobe White. First of all,
they're not
and
keeping Kobe.
they got to pay down the road Pat Williams, and they still got
They're not
pieces that they
keeping.
got
All
to put
right,
on the
first of
bench.
all, let me say this:
So how they
Are
gonna
you in the
build?
front office?
No
Are you
panic.
in the front office? Are you the
You
front
need
office?
to tell him. You need to tell him no panic to kill his whole argument. They got blowed out 3 straight games.
Yeah,
Last
like
year.
them boy get a 30 ball.
That's
against,
why they're going to make the off-season acquisitions. They're going to plug those holes.
Do that without trades.
They already admitted they're willing to go over the luxury cap. They admitted it already.
Go over by so much.
You know what? I just said it.
That's
Fans
not
like
the problem, man. What
like
point they going?
Fans like you and Sky.
Wait a minute.
Be exactly.
Wait a minute.
First of all,
Breaking news.
Let me say this.
Breaking
Dick.
news
Hold
on
on,
Flight
fans.
Sports TV.
Let me say this. Fans like you and Sky no panic. Matter of fact, then you well, I don't know who your team is. I don't even care. But fans like you and Sky gonna have your predictions, and when the season starts next year, I'm gonna come back on here with this tape to prove you guys wrong. And then you're gonna be like, well, yeah, they did this, they did that. You saying that they don't have this. Now you saying that they can't get nobody when they got a bunch of pieces to get rid of this year.
I don't even know where.
Hold on one second,
So
Sky. Hold on 1 second. Let us get through this breaking news.
That sounds crazy.
Listen, gentlemen, chat, everybody in the YouTube landscape, we got breaking news on Flight Sports TV. We got Ravishing Rave Kingdom in the building. Rave Kingdom is in the building. Ray, what you got for us, brother?
Okay. I wish I could catch Coffee when he was here. Listen, I need some homage paid. I need some people coming down the altar chat. You all told me that Lonzo Ball was not coming. Here we go. Ball Facts was here yesterday, and I said, Ball Facts, can you speak to me on some things that you can say without getting in trouble? Because he is, and none of y'all can try to disagree, because he is one of the closest people to the BBB family. So is AB the Hero and Hoop Jargon. And by the way, y'all, on Flight Sports TV, yes, me, Dex, and Flight is a part of the closest people you'll ever find. And don't try to say these other guys have it. That's not true, because it's been some time now, so I can speak on it. LeVar Ball already shot that down in the air and said, I don't fuck with those people. By the way, you can go find that video on your own damn self. I'm not about to look it up for your ass. Now, what Ball Facts said yesterday, he said this. He said, I'm not going to tell you too much, but he said these words. He said, it's a 60% chance you could see Lonzo right back in LA. He's not saying it's going to happen, but there's a bigger chance than what we think. Also, I asked, hold up. I said, Ball Facts. Well, I kept trying to tell these people that Lonzo Ball could come back in that postseason. Ball Facts said, I'm surprised he didn't. He said he can't say too much, but he was expecting to see Lonzo Ball sighting in that playoff runs. Maybe not during that Milwaukee Bucks, but he was surprised. He didn't give me too much detail, because remember, you can't give out too much information because we don't want to get nobody in trouble. Same thing here. I heard Coffee say, I have my information out. Listen, I'm not Coffee. I said that Lonzo Ball was coming back in these playoffs, but I didn't say the first round. Coffee says the first round, but Coffee had his information, which he is close to the BBB family in his own ways, because we all got our sources. He said, wherever it goes down, he was supposed to return. Now, Dex, if I'm not mistaken, Dex said, I did my little dibbing dabbing. I kind of expect that there's a possibility that Lonzo could come back. Now, I did my dabbing, but I'm not that damn close yet. I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? So here, you shoot me with a gun, whatever. Flight Sports TV is also close to this. So all I heard was the people that's closer, okay, instead of the media and what y'all want to say out of y'all mouths, all I heard was he could possibly come back, or either he was coming back. So it is what it is. The Bulls lost, and the Milwaukee Bucks buzz, and we didn't get to see Lonzo Ball get on that floor, which is understandable. Okay. Now, next thing is I gotta address Mr. Sky. Sky, just come out of the shell, come out the closet, and just say you're a hater. It's that very simple. How I know you're a hater? Because you can't say one goddamn good thing about Zoe. And I put $20 on the pocket. You won't say shit about it because you can't. You're a hater. So let's just put that out there. You come out the closet, you're a hater. That's just the facts. At least me and all the shit I said about the Pelicans. Everyone can at least say I at least said one positive thing about that team, or even players.
Red, you biased as well.
You can't name one thing about Zoe that you feel good about it, bro. And that's facts, bro. I'm on y'all shit. And let me tell y'all something. Another thing I wanted to address as well. My last thing I want to address. This Lonzo Ball hating shit y'all do, keep it up. It may be sweet and cute now, but those little old farts like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, all those old guys are going to slowly move out. Lonzo Ball and LaMelo Ball are going to be all soon easily start going up the ranks because there ain't no these old heads anymore. They ain't no these old dudes have been playing for 15 and 17 years. These young cats are going to start becoming a part of higher echelon. Especially
Can we get some names?
Huh?
Can we get some names of these young cats you talking about?
Man, you
young
can't
cats? Come on, y'all know. Listen, I'm not going to bring up young cats. Y'all know who the young cats are. And they're going to be higher than what y'all think. Listen, y'all keep this up. Because y'all keep this hating shit up. Because last time I checked, it does not get you anywhere. You may look cute right now, but I promise y'all, especially on Fight Sports TV, when we start having hundreds of thousands of niggas in the chat, you think we're gonna have 100,000 niggas on the panel? You best believe. Like, y'all keep talking that hate shit. You will not get nowhere close in this bubble.
Shout out to Ray Kingdom.
This hating shit is not gonna take you niggas nowhere.
Man, you can't move up the echelon playing 35 games, man.
Sir, come on.
What you talking about, man? You the only one still got who be in the six going on.
Okay, we're not going to make this a shouting match because I know what Sky's trying to do.
Man,
don't let him get under your skin, Ray. You're doing good.
I just want to ask a question, Sky. Name me something Lonzo Ball does very good at, or decent at.
Sitting on the bench.
You know what I'm saying? What a great hater.
He always hurt. Sitting on the bench.
Guy is an ultimate hater.
Just say you're a hater. Bro.
Okay, let's get back to more serious conversation. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports TV. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're rocking with us. Shout out to Sky. Shout out to No Panic. Shout out to Coffee with this electrifying takes. Shout out to Marvin who stepped in the building, and we
shout out Marvin. Shout out Ray.
Man, somebody better call
the man that makes all this happen. Hold on, the man that makes all this happen is Fox Sports TV. Right after this, we're gonna ask Scott some real tough questions. We're gonna see if he's ready for the hot seat.
Oh, Dex, somebody better do a wellness check on Coffee. He might have caught on fire with all them lights on.
What up, y'all? It's your man, Freeway Ricky Ross, and you looking at Flight Sports TV. Don't turn that channel.
Sky, yes, sir. Listen, Sky, I have a few things I want to ask you. Now, Raves talked about some of the young players that's coming up, and the old watchers of the NBA are kind of fading away. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James didn't make the playoffs this season. Anthony Davis wasn't in the playoffs this season. No Damian Lillard in the playoffs this season. We had flashes of Kyrie.
Yep.
Hold on. We have flashes. We have flashes of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. They got zipped up in the first round. DeMar DeRozan got zipped off in the first round. There was no sighting of Kawhi. Paul George did play, but he got to the COVID situation, so we already know what that happened. And then when he did play, he couldn't get past Minnesota. So boom, even the Paul Georges of the world. So I'm asking you, Sky, with the advent of getting CJ McCullough to the Pelicans and the brute force of a what's his name? Your center, Valanciunas, the brute force of Valanciunas. Do you think Brandon Ingram has turned the corner and now he's in the likes of the Ja Morants and the Jokers and Joel Embiids of the world, as well as Luka up in Dallas? You think he's in that ilk now?
Yeah, he in there. This basically what I'm saying is everybody that came up in that draft class right now, the stars are being stars. So yeah, he in it. He in it. He's a player that can make it. He's a player that
Now we
can. He just got to show
seen
it.
Brandon Ingram, right? We seen
He got to
Brandon
be
Ingram
consistent though.
do some spectacular things in the playoffs. Do you think that will continue going into next season?
They have no other choice. He has no other choice for him.
What kind of off-move acquisitions you think the Pelicans can make to make them better?
To be honest with you, we don't need to make none. I'm being honest. We don't need to make one. We made it, but we made it late last year.
So do you got the tequila with the worm or the scorpion?
You gotta. It's what you understand. If we got CJ the whole year, man, we ain't even in no plan. Y'all know that.
So you think that is enough, or are you saying with Zion?
That's why I'm counting him. He already
Okay.
counted. He already on the team.
Got you. Now I can go for that. I can go for if Zion, CJ, Herb Jones, Valanciunas, and Brandon Ingram, if that can be your starting five coming into the season this upcoming season, I think the Pelicans can go a long way. They might even get out the second round.
Thank you, Jessica.
And we got some pieces coming off the bench too. Y'all sleeping on. We got Alvarez coming off the bench. We got Larry Nance coming off.
Oh man.
We got Trey Murphy gonna step his game up. So we got basically a nice little bench, second team.
Now, what about the other teams like the Minnesotas of the world? They finally cracked the playoff spot. What about teams over in the East, like the Atlanta Hawks? You think they will continue in some of their winning ways? They just happen to run up against a beast in the Miami Heat, so that thwarted their season early. Who else do you see young teams that's going to do good in the playoffs? The Dallas of the world, besides the Pelicans. Who you guys gonna be bumping heads with in the future?
Ja Morant, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. Ja Morant, the Grizz. Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Timberwolves gonna be up there too. They just got to make a few moves. They make a few moves, they gonna be up there.
Shout out to Ant-Man.
Yeah, they make a few moves. They need a real center. That's what they need.
Shout out to Jessica. So Jessica, a question to you, Jessica. With Zion coming back, the Pelicans would seem like would be a formidable team. Who are some of the teams that you think that can get in their way? Young teams, that is.
The Pelicans and the Timberwolves.
So that's all you see is the Timberwolves can get in their way. You don't see nothing about the Dallas. You don't see anything about Denver, because Denver, I'm quite sure they're gonna get their talent back with Jamal Murray and KPJ. I'm sure that they're gonna be formidable.
No, I feel like I feel like the only people we got to really just focus on is the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies.
Timberwolves and the Grizzlies. Now, okay, have you ever considered Dallas?
It's really hard to say anything because we have not seen Zion play with this team that we have now.
But Zion is a plug-and-play player,
We know that Zion is a good player, so he can't bring nothing but some good to the team. It just has to come together. So all those, what we need to do is get this boy on the court and see how they work together. And then we can talk more deeper into what we need to do.
Right. But one thing about Zion, Jessica, I would say this. Zion is a plug-and-play player. And if you're not familiar with that term basically means you can put Zion out there and Zion going to do what he do. You don't even need to run plays for Zion. Because what you guys are lacking, that deficit scorer that can eat up the paint, Zion is definitely that. He don't have to go outside to shoot no threes to make his game dominant. He don't need no mid-range to make his game dominant. Zion will eat up that paint because we've seen that Zion scored the most points in the paint when he was with the Pelicans and had that sensational year last year. So we know what he can do in that paint. Zion is a beast.
Facts. And I can't wait to see him play.
What about point Zion? Do you think we ever gonna see that again, or is that over? What you think?
That's over. You could believe that. They're gonna run it every once in a while, but with him running the ball up the court all
Yeah,
the time,
it ain't gonna be no emphasis on it.
no, there ain't gonna be no emphasis on it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
because that's probably what wore him down. You agree that will wore him down or what? The point Zion thing, like putting too much on his body. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of
feel what
stress,
you're
a lot of
saying.
dribbling, a lot of jumping.
I mean, yeah, that could have been. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Scott. I think they're gonna kind of like back from that a little bit. They might do it, periodically through the course of the game. But far as him doing it like all the time, and I don't think so. Especially you got Valanciunas down there. So when you got Valanciunas down there, I think he's going to be a little more active than Adams was last season, because we already know Adam and Bledsoe didn't even want to have no parts of Pelican basketball last season.
Don't get me wrong. We can add a piece or two, you know what I'm saying? A little shooting off the bench or something like that. We're not going to just sit here and say our team ready, because we really don't know what's going to happen. Brandon and Zion got to play with each other, and CJ and all that, which it'll be all right in the long run. But, but I still feel like, with the Lakers pick this season, maybe it's top 4, you might get a little something that you can, start off the bench that's shooting pretty good or something junk like that. But other than that, I feel like they're in a pretty good spot, and all they got to do, play this season, see what it do, and then you go make some big changes.
Agree. But like I said, I just believe Zion is a plug-and-play player. You put him out there and say, Zion, go get the buckets. I believe Zion will play a little more defense, especially not so much on-ball defense, but I think Zion's going to play that type of defense he played in his rookie season, where he was knocking the ball in the third row, where he comes over, help, and when somebody puts it up, Zion just smack the crap out of that ball. I believe he'd be more invigorated this season than he was last season, because of the foot injury and all of the white noise that surrounded Zion and his weight and things of that nature. And the advent of Willie Green, I believe, can motivate Zion to be a much, much better player.
Yeah, and I think Zion is motivated. I think he's already a little motivated. I think, being in the blender during the playoffs and seeing that vibe of the fans actually coming out and selling out selling out the stadium and people coming out and supporting, and he actually got to see that and feel that playoff with the Pelicans, with Coach, Willie G and all that. I think he's motivated. I think he gonna really try to do something, and he better be motivated. He got down to see Ja Morant out here doing his thing. That should be motivation by itself. And what you laughing for, Ray?
I see William Godfrey have a legitimate question.
I'm just listening to the cap. Y'all continue, man.
What's the cap? Because see, you just went on this little thing about how Sky be hating. So
I'm not hating just because I disagree.
And you let that do.
Well, what do you disagree on, Rave?
Jessica,
I disagree with the fact that, for one,
Mark, LL, you own one tonight, LL.
For one, anybody who's sitting on the bench and you're watching your team celebrate because they out here in the playoffs, and you got the fans doing what they think, doing their thing, and it's nothing but in order to celebrate, especially when I'm a player that's sitting on the sideline injured and I can't really play, and everybody's turning up. So I would do that same thing. I'm enjoying myself as well. For one, we need
Why would you enjoy yourself being a player on the bench hurt? Feeling like you want to get out on the floor. That don't even make sense.
What I'm saying is,
I don't think he was enjoying sitting on the bench, bro. I think he wanted to play, but I do think that he has enjoyment in seeing what the future holds, knowing that they made it to the playoffs without him. If I just add myself to the equation, then we could be probably better than the first round of the playoffs or a play-in team, etc.
And if you're a competitor, a competitor, you feel like you let them down. To be honest with you, if they're fault.
And that's why I say he should be. I feel like he'll be motivated. This.
Okay, y'all play sports. Y'all play sports. The hell.
I don't play sports, but okay.
Okay, then y'all just answered a lot. Why? Even if yes. He could feel a little bit down. Listen to me. Here's where I'm coming from, bro. Okay,
well, you shouldn't worry about that. You shouldn't worry about it.
That just explains to me. Okay. Anyways, let me
water
say,
polo.
anybody who plays sports, like for example, I got injured as well. If my team is in the playoffs, I know I can't be there. I'm still going to enjoy my stuff and root for my team and smile and celebrate as much as possible. That's part of sportsmanship. And just because
Brave, your
see
team
that,
is Lonzo.
my entire point is, for one, y'all saying this Zion this and Zion that. We need to first find out, is he on the same page with the Pelicans? Pelicans are doing their thing. Listen, because I already pay homage. Relax. I pay homage. Yes, Pelicans are doing their thing. They got Herb Jones. They got some guys that can play point guard. They just got CJ McCollum. The last time they had Zion on the floor, they were trying to do point guard Zion, have Zion doing a lot of things. And especially he's a big guy that's jumping up and down, and that could be wear and tear on anybody's legs. You can ask Charles Barkley. You can ask all the biggest dudes who said they had to lose a lot of weight. Even when they was losing weight, they still lose more weight to continue to go further what they going on. The Pels have went to the playoffs and created something. Now that's what I'm saying. We have to
don't got that much weight.
What I'm saying is, if you want to incorporate Zion and what the Pels got going on, you need to find out if Zion's on the same page or not. Because he may be smiling today, but if the next 2 months you fucking find out that he demanded a trade, then clearly we don't know if he's on the same page or not.
If who demands a trade?
I'm just saying.
If Zion demands a trade,
man, don't even entertain it. Don't entertain it.
I mean, let's just, as we sit around right now and we watch these other teams in the playoffs, and we got the teams that's not in the playoffs. Do you even hear any noise right now with the Pelicans? No, they chilling. They good.
Yeah, it's not the off season. That's why
it's the off season for a couple.
It's
of
not really
teams.
It's all season for some people, but it's not technically off season. The playoffs.
And in a couple of weeks, we got
they're crawfishing right now.
What I'm saying is the playoffs are still here, so technically the off season ain't here yet.
Man,
well, what you saying is that you hope that Zion ain't on the same page with the Pelicans.
That gonna be out.
No, I said what I said. Hold up, because please don't change what I said. No, I said the Pels have created something good. They got some point guards like Herb Jones and CJ McCollum.
I know who
that's what you need to be worried about, CJ McCollum.
Last time they beat Zion on the floor, he was trying to ball handle, create the ball. You just said it yourself.
They got a good coach. I think he'll figure it out.
CJ McCollum is looking for his new deal.
He'll figure it out. I don't think that Herb Jones is going to be saying, no, I don't want Zion to get the ball. I want the ball. I don't think that's that type of team. I feel like whatever they come, together and they figure out, it will be okay, because there was plenty of times where B.I. went to his coach and told Willie, hey, this is what I want to do when I get on this floor. This is what I think we should do. And sometimes Willie Green said, I allow that to happen because I'm not just going to tell you what to do. You're the one that's playing to figure each other out. I'm pretty sure if Zion wants to do something, they're going to come, they're going to talk, they're going to get it together. We got a great coach. He's going to figure it out. He's going to get them boys together. On top of that, you got CJ, which I do think CJ is, if he can't do nothing else, he know how to talk and he know how to.
But Jessica, don't you think CJ is the pivotal piece right here? Because we already seen Zion and Brandon Ingram play together. We saw it for 2 years, but now here we go inserting CJ in as an integral part to y'all unit. How will that match? Who's going to take the back seat? There's only one basketball. You got Valanciunas, you got CJ, you got BI, and BI is coming off a terrific playoff run. And then you got to get Zion back acclimated into your system.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe CJ said when him and BI had a dinner together and drunk some wine. From what he had said, I wasn't there drinking with him, but he had said that he came to BI to let BI know, I'm not here to take over your team, bro. I'm here to help. And with CJ being a grown man and older than them, I feel like, and if CJ do want to win, and that's the problem with a lot, how y'all be talking sometimes. I don't know how they think, but just me thinking, if I was thinking for them, if you want to win, and if you want to get a championship ring, it ain't about who's gonna be better than the next person. We got to do this together. And I don't look at CJ as that type of person saying, I need to be the top dog. I need to be that player. I don't think so. That's a grown man.
But you're missing something, though. You're missing a crucial element.
I feel like he will take a step back. I feel like he will take a step back and he will come in when needed. I feel like when them three boys are on the floor,
but you're not ever
let
Zion.
Let B.I. do it. He let B.I. when they was in the playoffs and CJ wasn't really doing anything. Who had the ball most of the time? Who was making most of the shots?
Let me insert something. Let me insert this piece of information according to William Godfrey. CJ is looking for a new $44 million deal next season.
Yep.
Okay.
In order for him to justify that, he got to put up numbers.
Yes, he
okay.
does.
He can't just sit and play the back row. He can't sacrifice. Not right now.
Well, you know what? They don't necessarily all got to be on the floor together neither. They can start together, and then you rotate because there was plenty of times CJ was on the floor without B.I.
So you say they're staggered the minutes?
Yes, that's how they did it last season. How many times did you see CJ on the floor with the bench or vice versa, B.I. on the floor with the bench? They wasn't always playing together. But what's going to make it better, though, is because now you can stagger the minutes between three great players that can put up numbers so that you don't always have to have CJ out there with, just number of bench players. You can stagger all three of them and make sure that no matter if somebody's having a bad night, you still got another person out there with them.
My biggest question.
To me, I'm going to say, honestly, Jessica, 1 second, Ray. To me, I believe Brandon Ingram should be the one kind of sacrificing because Brandon Ingram contract is set in stone. He's cemented already.
You know what? But I don't think nobody's if you winning and you get close to the championship, then I don't give a damn who sit back and who come up.
So you saying it should be organic?
Yeah, if it works and we win because B.I. is shooting most of the shots, then that's what it need to be, and I feel like everybody should feel like that.
I know, but it's not really like that in basketball. It's a lot of politics
because
with the players and the organization.
There's some people who took some contracts that might have not been the contracts that they wanted, but they wanted a ring.
Okay,
because that's what some of the problems with the Pelicans last season with Bledsoe. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't playing within the offense because he's trying to fight for his next.
Bledsoe at?
Right, because he was trying to fight for his next contract, so he tried to get some numbers.
Right, and you see where he at? He gone.
Well, but Bledsoe, him trying to get his numbers, Bledsoe had to remind himself he wasn't all that good in the first place. Now, CJ was that good.
But Bledsoe was on an all defensive team. What are you talking about?
Okay, nobody do flight. I mean, next we're keeping it
Ray, be careful now.
Okay, I get it. I know Bledsoe. He didn't. Okay, right. You're right. He got that one contract. He was on the Suns. I remember he did his thing. He played defense. He scored. He was looking like that. Okay, but when he came to the Pelicans, nobody was super excited about him other than the Portland organization that picked him up. And if I'm not mistaken, when the Pelicans picked him up, people were trying to get rid of him because they knew Bledsoe was on a downhill turn. CJ McCollum getting picked up was not on a downhill. CJ McCollum was right next to Damian Lillard as one of the top duos in scoring. Okay, so if CJ McCollum wants to get his numbers, he can do that, motherfucker. Bledsoe, we can stop that now. That's all I'm saying. If you want to compare those two, CJ's still on the level of we can see him go good for the next 2-3 years. Bledsoe, who the hell? Where's he at right now? I don't know. Anybody know where Bledsoe is? I don't think so. You get what I'm saying? That's a total difference.
Yeah, Bledsoe, is he in Minnesota?
I'm not going to say that they're going to start the season off.
He might be in Detroit.
I'm not going to sit
on a
here
subway
and say
sandwich.
that they're going when we start the season off that we're going to be all, good. Everybody going to know what they doing and everybody going to be, it might be some shit. But I do believe that Willie Green will get them right. He'll get their mind right. And if you winning and you get a championship ring or close to it, I'm not saying they're going to get that next year neither, so calm down. But I feel like everybody get paid.
I expect this thing to be done. We find out how committed Zion really is. And you cannot judge that by him smiling, and I cannot judge that by him gaining weight and not looking interested. I can't judge it either. The Pelicans organization is the only organization that has the opportunity to find out how committed is Zion Williamson, and that's how you start that franchise that is growing, especially when you have a great coach.
Well,
Really
won't nobody know how committed or what Zion capable until the season starts, how committed he was this offseason and all that until the season starts. But it's just I ain't never played sports, but I just can't see how everything that's going on right now that you can't be motivated. Like, bro, if Zion ain't motivated with everything that's going on in the league, and I ain't talking about just the Pelicans right now, then he ain't no basketball player. He ain't what we thought he was anyways. I don't care what team you on. And you see Ja Morant out here making 40-point plus in a playoff, what his third season and all, like, boy, you best to be motivated. Well, and if you ain't motivated to be doing something, whether you on a team, you want to be on a team, or you don't want to be on, you still should be motivated to play ball, because that's what you is, a ball player.
Right. That's what I mean.
What y'all think about Ja Morant?
Nobody has said,
due to the fact that he had injuries, I give him some slack because
he with the Blazers. That's right, Mo. Thank you. Yeah, he shipped him off.
That's what I'm saying about Zion.
But due to the fact that Zion has some injuries, I give him some slack. But right now, there should be nothing to stop him from next season.
Okay, what y'all guys think about Ja Morant? Do you think he's a spectacular player? You think he's overhyped? You think his dad is doing too much yapping? Do you think that's interfering with Ja Morant's career? How do you feel about Ja Morant right now? Because he tied the series with the Golden State Warriors 1-1. He had an absolute fantastic night. There's no basketball tonight. It's a travel night, but they'll be back in action tomorrow. Ja Morant, what you think?
You want to go, Jessica? I'll go.
I think that Ja Morant, I think that's going to be a hell of a game 3, especially with the 1-1 series lead. I think they snuck out of there with that game 2. Golden State dropped the ball. What's good, Jessica? You want to go ahead with this one? I think they dropped the ball, in that game. Golden State, they may regret that, because you giving a young team confidence. I think they was in a position where they was about to step on them. But and then who the hell is out? Isn't somebody out in that series?
On what team?
Didn't Memphis get somebody suspended? Who, Brooks?
No, Dylan Brooks went out. I don't know if he got suspended, but he did get ejected. Well, it must be Dylan Brooks then.
Yeah, whoever.
If anybody got
suspended for the next game.
I know people were saying that Ja Morant was suspended because he was dancing on the Minnesota Timberwolves logo, but that was a false, of course.
Well,
but look, Ja Morant had 47 points. He had 8 assists. I mean, that's a spectacular game in a victory over the Golden State Warriors, 106-101. Stephen Curry had 27. Draymond Green had 10 boards. You know what I'm saying? He was wiping those boards. But Ja Morant, listen, this guy is special because a lot of us felt that Ja Morant was just going to be a season spectacular player. But when it came to the playoffs, Memphis didn't have much. Memphis didn't have much talent surrounding Ja Morant, so they wasn't going to never do anything. But that last season, where Ja Morant ran into the playoffs and they got schmucked. You follow what I'm saying? They got schmucked in the first round. I think that left a bitter taste in his mouth, but at the same time, it gave him so much experience. And this experience is showing this year as he took on the mantle of leadership. And what is all that noise in the background? Oh, that's Jessica. No, is that Jessica? Yeah. Okay. And John,
my bad. I got in the car, but
we got Anthony Alvarado.
What's good, y'all?
What's good, man? Dex was posing some great questions. I don't know if you've been listening to the show. Do we need to fill you in?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been listening.
Well, wait. So what you want to talk about?
I just want to first of all thank you for having me on again. I really appreciate it,
Right.
and I just
No
wanted to
problem.
talk about what's going on.
Well, we was discussing Ja Morant. What do you think Memphis doing tomorrow? Well, this weekend.
Well, with Memphis overall, I had them winning the series. I feel pretty good about it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've made some pretty controversial takes last week to say the least, but I feel very good about my Memphis take, and I believe that John Morant will show up again and will win Game 3, and to push further the needle further for Memphis to go on for this potential Western Conference Finals run.
Well, Anthony, I got a question for you, my brother. What you
Yeah.
think about players complaining that Ja Morant carries the ball? It's almost similar to what Allen Iverson went through when he came into the league and he was juking those old heads. And they were saying, oh, all he do is carry the ball. So now they're saying Ja Morant is carrying the ball. So you think the referee's going to look at him a little bit closer because that was a missed call in the waning minutes of that game? 106-101 victory against the Golden State Warriors. You think they're gonna look at him extra carefully?
I don't think so. Just because he's gotten away with this type of stuff. I mean, I'm not complaining because I love watching Ja in general. I think that it's kind of crazy how people turned on him a year later after everyone saying that he was this underrated player. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Ja is so amazing. He's so young." Then the next year, the man has some success. Now everyone wants to turn on him and say that, "Oh, he's doing too much. His father's doing too much. He's doing all this and all that." I'm like, no, that's part of the game. It
That's
is what
part
it
of the
is.
game. Shout
What
out to
it,
Ball Facts for that video. Ball Facts, you put your foot in that video right there. I love the comparison and I love the parallels that you made in that video. Shout out to T. Shout out to Ja Morant.
Shut up.
Go ahead, Anthony. Continue.
it's just part of the game, to be honest. It's part of the game. I mean, I love what Josh's doing. I definitely mess with it, and there's no complaint out of me from it. There's no complaint, definitely.
Ja doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's see, and the thing of it is this. And this is why I was sharing with the panel for a few streams now that I do have an inkling of jealousy in my it reserved in my heart for some of these young players when I don't see my boys out there. When I'm talking about Lonzo, I'm talking about LaMelo that should have been in these playoffs doing their thing because a lot of them was restricted. And I'm gonna say Lonzo was restricted because DeMar DeRozan had a spectacular season. So we're not gonna really dwell off into that. DeMar DeRozan had a spectacular season. He was a backstory for the Bulls for sure. He was the OG old head that did like LeBron, made people have a double look like, whoa, you can do this at this age? You know what I'm saying? On this stage? So that was cool. But yeah, our boy Lonzo kind of suffered a little bit. He was relegated damn near back to a 3-and-D player, and a lot of us didn't like it. But LaMelo Ball's an all-star. What in the hell is LaMelo Ball doing being restricted? How are you going to have a healthy, young, upcoming, budding superstar in your grasp,
Shout out
all-star, and he's being minute restriction? I mean, come on, you can't make this up. And now you're seeing all these young players, the Jaylen Browns, the Tyrese Maxeys, the Luka Doncic, the Trey Youngs, the Ja Morants of the world, even the Desmond Bain to some extent, the Jason Tatums. You've seen all these young players, Jordan Poole's for crying out loud. You see all these young players just doing so well in these playoffs. Ant-Man did well in the first round. I was so proud of Anthony Edwards in that first round, man. I couldn't help but cheer for him. And I damn near watch every single game, and I don't watch no Minnesota games. None.
I feel that.
But in that playoffs with Minnesota, after they beat the Clippers to advance to be the 7th seed, I was like, wow. He scored 30 points in a closeout game. Even albeit it was one game, but it was a closeout game. You follow what I'm saying? And he advanced, and he had good games in the playoffs. So I'm like, damn, why my boy LaMelo can be in these playoffs? Why Lonzo had to get hurt and he couldn't play in these playoffs? Because we would have had something to cheer for. You looking at Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram was listen, you see that demonstration that Brandon Ingram was putting down? I know they fell short, but he was putting down some hell of a demonstrations against the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns had that was a tough out for Phoenix, the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh,
and Brandon Ingram
if Zion was
to
there,
the plate.
If Zion was there, the Pelicans would have won that. They would have won that.
B.I. 3 straight games, 30 plus in the playoffs. 30 plus points, 3 straight games. Yeah, and if Zion was there, I believe it's
That's
probably
fantastic, Jessica, for Brandon Ingram. You know what I'm saying? And see, more so me than you, seeing the Brandon Ingram saga. You follow what I'm saying? When he was a Laker and there was some doubts on Brandon Ingram, so they try to put him at point guard and see can he be a tall point guard? Can that kind of help his game? Which it did. I mean, at first he was turning the ball over, but eventually it did. It gave him confidence to handle the ball amongst trees and handle the ball amongst smaller players, so he can be a little nifty and things of that nature. And Brandon Ingram was aggressive, and I really appreciate Brandon Ingram playing. I'm upset Zion wasn't there, but man, you know what I'm saying? And Josh Hart up in Portland, you follow what I'm saying? He was doing good towards the end of the season before they shut him down. These young players are coming alive, and it just hurt my soul that Lonzo wasn't there. It hurt my soul LaMelo wasn't there. We got to wait another year to see them Ball brothers play in the playoffs.
Hey, you ain't got to worry about that, because once this new coach for Charlotte comes in, you about to see LaMelo cooking. You about to see this watch. You about to see a superstar blossom in front of our eyes. Next year, I'm gonna be calling it. The Charlotte Hornets will make the playoffs. I mean, it depends who they hire as their coach, but I felt like James Borrego did play a huge part into why LaMelo did not play, to the extent that many wanted him to see him play throughout the year.
And exactly, Anthony. And it's not just them playing. Some of these young players like the Ja Morants of the world, the Jordan Pooles of the world, the Jaylen Browns of the world, they're propelling their teams over some of these high-end competitors.
Hell, I'll go as far as
and that's what makes it fantastic.
I will go as far to even say this rookie class, the Herbert Jones, the Jose Alvarados, the Cade Cunninghams, the Scotty Barnes. I've seen Scotty Barnes get way more burned than LaMelo. It's honestly insane of what I've seen throughout the whole entire NBA spectrum.
That's another good one, Scotty Barnes. I mean, he played his ass off against Philly. It's just that just wasn't enough. It was too much Joel Embiid for him. But but on the other spectrum of that, you got Tyrese Maxey. Look how many 30-point games. Look at Tyrese Maxey is playing his butt off. He outplaying James Harden, for crying out loud. A veteran, a former MVP, a perennial all-star. Tyrese Maxey. I mean, these young players, you can't just get enough of them. You can't take your eyes off of them. I just know the NBA is in good hands with the Lukas, with the Jason Tatums, the Jaylen Browns, the Ja Morants, the LaMelo Balls, and even the Lonzo Balls of the world, especially when he's healthy, the Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole made Golden State, to some degree, Jonathan Kuminga too, made Golden State forget about not drafting LaMelo Ball to some extent. Jordan Poole. Because everybody was saying Golden State messed up. Golden State messed up. But when you got the emergence of the Jordan Pooles of the world and soon to be the Jonathan Kumingas, because they holding him back right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. Jonathan Kuminga is on a rope, and it's on a short rope. But soon he will be out there. He's going to be out there because that dude's going to be an all-star very soon, sooner than later. And when you see these guys just doing so good in the playoffs, in these intense environments, under scrutiny, under fans hollering for them, fans hollering against them, I just love it, man. This is the type of basketball I love.
And the scary part is it's only going to get way better from here. The talent gap is about to be insane for these upcoming drafts. I promise you that. It's about to be insane how you're going to see this happen.
Right.
Exactly.
And with these young players, all of them that you just named, playing against, some of these, like the Stephen Currys and the MDs and Harden, that don't do nothing but make them better.
Literally
make them better. Exactly. And I believe that 100%. You know what I'm saying? And we can't forget the Lukas, the Devin Booker to some extent, but Devin Booker is more in the Zach LaVine. So he's that middle veteran. So I wouldn't consider him as being amongst a young crop like that, even though he's about like 25 years old or somewhere around there, 25, 26 or something to that nature. But I'm more talking about the Lukas. You know what I'm saying? I'm more talking about the LaMelo Balls. I'm more talking about the Ja Morant. Those are the younger guys that I'm talking about. Not so much of the guys that was drafted in 2014, 15, and 16.
I feel old even talking about them. To think that they're all about to enter the prime. I just feel old already.
How
exactly.
old?
He's 22, I think. Let me
Yep.
check.
You got
I
Bam
thought
Adebayo. He's a young cat. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing up there with the 23-9 against the 76ers. We know that Joel Embiid wasn't there, the behemoth of a human being, the gentle giant. He wasn't a part of that. But still, Bam Adebayo is showing up in games that matter. Bam Adebayo has a lot of log playoff minutes, so he's a damn near a vet when it comes to playoff basketball. You follow what I'm saying? But that Tyrese Maxey over there with the 34 points. I just enjoy watching him play, man. His game just seems so smooth, and it seems like it's so effortlessly that he gets these high-end scoring outputs. You know what I mean? It's not like he just beating himself to death to get these numbers. It's just like it's so smooth. It kind of reminds me of the Zach LaVine's when Zach LaVine about 2 or 3 years ago, how he just get his money, but it was just so easy. Like he wasn't really just breaking a sweat. He just wasn't winning.
And the crazy part is what Tyrese play is he's literally carrying Harden as we speak within these 2 playoff games, because Harden's been underperforming like
Most
we haven't
definitely.
really. It's honestly ridiculous.
Most definitely.
I mean, sure, having DJ as your center doesn't exactly help, but at the same time, due to your scoring ability, I expect way more than 15 points, 17 points in the playoff game. I mean, it's honestly ridiculous, to be quite honest with you.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I feel good. I feel good with this upcoming talent, and especially with the draft lottery coming up, I feel even better because I've done my extensive research myself, and I can't wait to see who's going to get who in what position as well.
And you know that Joel Embiid will be absent for game 3. They're ruling him out for game 3, so he might not be back. So it's a possibility that Philadelphia might not even win that game. But by them being at home, that will give them a crutch. So hopefully that 6-man could be the fulcrum that they need to propel them for a win in the series, because that is definitely a must win. If they lose this one, I'm quite sure it might be a wrap. It could be a potential sweep. And that'll be big for the Miami Heat to only lose 1 game in 2 rounds of the playoffs thus far this season.
Wait, so it's confirmed that Joel's out?
But reports that I've read that most likely he will not play.
Oh, it's done for then. Oh, yeah, it's done for.
Dex, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How many people picked?
Hey, Marvin.
Hey, Jess, how you doing, baby? Dex, how many people picked Memphis out of the West?
I don't know. To my understanding, nobody really.
It was me and Marquez.
I did.
And you, Marvin. And you, Marvin, too.
You did? I don't remember
Marvin.
Memphis that loud and clear being picked by that many people.
Remember that day I asked everybody the picks from the West and the East?
And you said Memphis?
Memphis and Miami.
That's interesting.
I said Memphis and Milwaukee. That's what
everybody laughed at me when I said Memphis.
Really?
Well, I mean, Memphis going back to San Francisco, tied 1-1, so they do not have home court advantage, and the favors don't look good for Memphis going up there to the what's that? The Chase? Chase Center.
Chase Center, yes.
No, I'm not saying that they definitely going to come out, but they are up and coming.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, most definitely. Oh, yeah. You could say less on that. Everybody know Memphis is up and coming. You follow me?
They're not a complete team yet either.
No, they're not. Just like Slim said earlier, you know what I'm saying? They got a nice squad down there. And I agree. Listen, the talent that they have aggregated over there on Beale Street at the Target Center.
It's scary.
That is fantastic because when you look at their roster, it doesn't look overwhelming. You follow what I'm saying? And so when you go to play them, it's like those guys you go to play that is very structured, but there's nobody just woo you. Of course, John Morant, but as far as the rest of everybody, but they play so well together. It just reminds me so much of that Allen Iverson Philadelphia team where it was just Allen Iverson and the rest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they have Mutombo and everything, but we already know Mutombo was a liability for scoring. Only thing he was a rim protector, basically. You take Mutombo out and pick and roll, you can do whatever you want. But it was Allen Iverson and the rest of those guys. So this this Memphis Grizzly team reminds me of some similitude of that 2001 Philadelphia 76ers squad where they took on the Lakers, and they was the only team in that Laker playoff run to beat the Lakers. They won the first game of the NBA championship, and they didn't win no other game. It was a gentleman's sweep, but nobody else beat the Lakers in that playoff run.
So if Memphis beat the Warriors, you think they can beat the Suns?
It's a tough
Yes.
run.
Yes, they can beat the Suns because they can match up with them. They can match up body for the Suns.
Well, Jessica, let me tell you this: if they beat Golden State, they have all the confidence in the world. They gonna give them a run for their money.
Oh, they have nothing to lose for if they beat the Warriors. Literally nothing to lose for.
Well, if you think about it, if Ja hit the last shot of that game in game 1, they up 2-0.
Yup. I mean, yeah, it goes both ways for teams. If Clay didn't miss all those shots, Golden State
in the free throws, exactly, especially the free throws.
Yep.
And Clay don't miss free throws. You know what I'm saying? So that was an aberration in itself that Clay misses.
It goes both ways, to be honest. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
But to go back to Memphis, to be honest, I feel like we're looking at a future dynasty here. I'm being
dude.
Way too early.
Are you the nephew of the owner of the Memphis Grizzlies?
No, I see the vision. I see the future. That's what I see.
A dynasty?
A dynasty. You heard me right.
Come on,
dynasty.
You don't see what's going on in Dallas?
No.
You don't see what's going to happen in Denver? You don't see what's going on with the Pelicans?
Nope.
I don't see nothing. I don't see it in Dallas and Denver.
I love the Pelicans. I do see Pelicans as a future dynasty.
Dallas just got a bad matchup.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? If they wasn't playing the Suns, man, Dallas could probably run amok in these playoffs. The Suns is just a well-built oil machine.
But that's what Memphis is right now, a well-oiled machine.
But when I think of Dallas, I just think of one player.
I just think of Luka. That's it.
Right. And
all right, let me say this, guys. Let me say this.
Luka got 3 problems. Luka, so he's not.
So it's 3 problems.
To my opinion, he's not, just this all great player. Like he got 3. Well, when I watch him, when you turn the ball over
Luka's
7 times by yourself.
I mean, that could happen.
He turned it over.
But he makes it up though. Jessica, he damn sure makes it up.
Jessica, did you know this?
He's not good on defense.
But
that goes across the NBA landscape. A lot of players are not good on defense.
Let me say this, Jessica.
Well, I mean, not even a little bit.
Jessica, let me say this, sweetie. Do you know the only player in the playoffs averaging more points than him? Who averaged more points in the playoffs than him? No, Michael Jordan. That's it. Jordan.
Oh, you talking about in the history? You talking about history?
Oh yeah, I'm talking about like right now.
Right
now,
nobody.
In history, baby.
But are they winning?
Well, that's a team effort there, Jessica. I'm talking about the individual.
Yeah, I understand that, but it also.
But Jessica, Anthony said dynasty, so that doesn't just count for this year. That's counting for years moving forward. You don't think that Dallas will get talent? You don't think Mark Cuban is ready to play for talent, especially with a coach like Jason Kidd there? Jason Kidd's not going to stand for that. You better get some real players up in here, partner.
But we've been saying this about Dallas since 2011, though.
And they still haven't.
But they have Porzingis. They have Porzingis. He just didn't pan out. He just didn't pan out. Remember, Porzingis is called the unicorn now. Don't forget that. So when he left New York after coming off of that devastating injury, they was hoping that Porzingis can get that same magic that he had in New York, where they named him the unicorn. Now that's a real freakish name for an NBA player. That means you're one of a kind. You probably won't see this again. So that's how much momentum he had going over to Dallas. Unfortunately, him and Luka didn't get along. He never got back to form, and he's somewhere else now. But they did try. They did try to pair him with somebody.
And I want to say this, guys.
I want to say this. I'm sorry, Believe.
I want to say this, guys, and I this is one player that I'm really not real fond of, but
somebody get that spam, please. Somebody get that spam. Moderators, do your job.
I gave him props where props is due. Everybody's riding the Harden. He's in his 15th year going on 11 straight years over 20 points a game, including 3 of those years with 30 points a game. I think we
I
all
don't
been
care
on
for Harden either.
But he's in his 15th year, and he's averaging 21 points a game. 15th. What else do I mean? He's been doing it a long time. He's been in the league 15 years, guys.
It's still something about Harden that I ain't.
Now, truthfully enough, he hasn't never won a championship, and he averaged big time points. But he has did his part, in a sense, like scoring. I mean, he might not be sharing the ball, but
he did his part from house hopping.
Yeah, Harden might have ran out of gas. You know what I'm saying? The best of Harden might be behind him.
Wait, but
he's declining right now. He's up 24 points a game 2 years ago, 22 last year, 21 this year. He's starting to decline. But he's in his 15th year. What we expect?
Oh no. Wait, to answer your point,
37, ain't it?
Yeah, think of that now.
I mean, it doesn't really make sense though when you have people talking about the next Shaq and Kobe after beating up the Knicks. I mean, all of a sudden he's washed. All of a sudden, even though people were saying, "Oh, they were about to win a championship after a couple good games, after their debut games," now all of a sudden he's washed up and no one cares for him. I mean, come on, bro. I don't understand. People were calling Philly the favorites.
I like this statement.
I'm just saying. But now we're going to change up our energy just like nothing happened. Oh, Harden's old all of a sudden. Oh, but he was Kobe just 2 months ago. He was Kobe 2 months ago. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I have never said that. I ain't never said he.
They really said Harden was Kobe?
Oh, trust me, they were saying.
Oh yeah, who was that? Was that Marquez?
I know they ain't say that.
I think that was Marquez trying to say that those two together is like Kobe and Shaq, Harden and Golden B. Exactly. I remember that. I think that was Marquez. Oops, wrong. I think that was Marquez that said that. Come on, moderators, let's get that garbage up out the chat now. Where the moderators at?
Maybe he was thinking 2 years ago, because 2 years ago Harden was averaging 29.6.
No, Marvin, I promise you, people were calling the duo Shaq and Kobe. I kid you not. They were saying
when he went over there with MD.
Oh, well, see, he wasn't doing that. He only averaged 18 points a game this year. This whole year he's been down, you know?
Well, true. But I'm just saying what the people were saying, because everyone was having Philly as their favorites before the playoffs even started. A bunch of people had them as their favorites.
And as soon as I heard Harden was going over there, I said, not gonna happen.
I'll tell you this. If Embiid wouldn't have got hurt, that would have been a hell of a story out there. Because Embiid was playing very well, guys.
Oh, of course.
I mean, and then not only that, I mean, I feel Harden, he got to play. It's really funny how you left one team because you got star players and they can't play due to situations. Then you go to another team and you lose your other star player. I just sometimes the grass ain't always greener, huh?
Yeah.
And not to say that I want anything to happen to MD. I don't have a problem with him, but it's just what a coincidence that you left the Nets, because I'm pretty sure he left because Kyrie's situation with the whole COVID stuff, to go play with a team that he thought would be more beneficial with MD, and now MD hurt and can't play. It's like a little bad juju there, ain't it?
But you know what though, guys? What's so ironic about that Embiid thing is, I don't know if you guys were watching some of the Philly listening to some of the Philly fans, but when they lost those 2 games in a row to Toronto, the Philly fans were all over Embiid. They were all on him, guys, talking about he can't win the big one. Well, remember, they came back and won that, was it game 6 in Toronto, and everybody was back loving it. Then, and at the end of that game, nobody knew he was hurt, because it didn't look like it was that bad when Siakam elbowed. But then when he get hurt, you should have heard him crying. And then I went in the chat and I told him, I said, now just 2 games ago, you guys couldn't stand Embiid. Now he's hurt. Y'all say, we got to have him. I mean, come on, guys. You got to appreciate your players. Come on, man.
But that's more on Philly fans. You know how the Philly fans are. Nah.
I mean, but that's a typical NBA fan.
Ain't your name Alvarado?
Yes.
Your last name?
Uh-huh.
You a Knicks fan, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Say, Alvarado, question to you. Have you ever listened to any of your Knicks podcasts?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
Which one you listen to?
Nothing But Knicks, Blow Orange Tears.
with Sims.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What the Knicks gonna do this offseason?
It's really difficult the more I look at it because I have no idea. Our front office is horrible, and they have no idea what they're doing right now. So I just even me talking about them gives me immense frustration.
Did you think Zion was gonna come over there?
Nah, I didn't see it coming. I did see Lonzo coming in free agency last year, but that didn't go through. That didn't even go through either. But as of right now, I don't even know what we're gonna do with Randall. Our whole season is dependent on what we're gonna do with Randall. Because if we trade him away, then I don't even know. But if we don't, I don't know either.
Y'all pretty much gotta trade Randall. He don't want to be there, do it?
At this point, all the Knicks fans turned on him, so he does not want to be here. Yep, he does not want to be here. And even our draft stock is horrible. Our draft position.
You kind of got a dilemma.
Oh, hit that like button.
I think the Knicks are on the verge, but I got a question to you. Are the Knicks fans too hard on their players?
Yes, I'll say yes.
Okay, that's all I want to hear.
Yeah, I'll say they're too hard on their players.
So is it? And I'm not saying it's the fans' fault.
Oh no, of course.
But as good as Randall played last year, I understand that he was kind of a troubled player this year. First of all, did you hear about the tall tales that when he went out for COVID, everybody was happy? I mean, guys were talking about, are they happy he had COVID?
Yeah, I kid you not.
They was happy who had COVID.
Randall,
the fan.
There was literally Twitter Spaces literally cheering that Randall had COVID.
That's when Randall decided he didn't want to be there no more, Jessica. Now, would you want to be there?
Why were they doing that?
Because he wasn't playing well.
It's New York fans. It's honestly ridiculous.
That's the worst thing a fan can do to one of their players.
And the part where it got extremely ugly is when they confronted their wife. When they talked to Julius's wife, that's when everything was in a mess. Everything.
And then she came on Knicks Fan TV and was talking about it. Oh, it was a mess. I mean, it was a mess.
We're in a shambles right now.
It's not just that. If you think about it, Alvarado, I don't know how old you are, but think of this.
17.
When is the last time a top free agent came to New York?
Melo.
And that was when?
2011, 2012, 11 or 12.
That's almost 10 years.
Literally 10 years ago.
Now, I'm going to ask Jessica. Jessica, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Didn't you guys just receive CJ?
Yes, we did.
With open arms too, didn't you?
Yes.
And for some reason, Knicks fans just can't do that. If they get a top free agent, and you know what? And here's another thing for you, Alvarado. Did you know how bad they treated Patrick Ewing?
Yep. In his late prior years after 95, it was horrible.
As much as he gave to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm. Our only number one pick, to be in fact, as well. Our only number one pick throughout our whole history. And we still treated him like garbage.
Yeah. And you do know the last time y'all won a championship, right?
73.
That's a nice little clip.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
and then he does this to Oakley.
I was 5 years old.
Have him escorted out of the damn stadium to Charles Oakley. Come on, man.
That doesn't include all the
Spike
trade.
Lee. He did this to Spike Lee. Come on.
Doesn't include the Phil Jackson hire, the Derek Fisher coaching jobs, all the Isaiah Thomas, the whole and what's his name? All the trades, they were all horrible.
To me, the worst blunder in the recent years has been this. And I think I spoke to Dex me and Dex talked about this. How is it that the New York Knicks do not have a point guard when the epicenter of top point guards come out of New York? All the best point guards always came out of New York. And then for you guys not to have a point guard for how many years now? About 4?
20. I mean,
No,
real.
you're right. You ain't had a top-notch point guard in 10 years.
Yeah, 15 plus. To be quite honest.
It's crazy, you know.
I have to go back to when Marbury.
First of all, how you let Lonzo Ball get to the Bulls? That didn't make no sense.
Oh, that was because the front office didn't want him. They didn't want to pay him that much. Which is honestly ridiculous.
So they rather pay Nolas Noel.
That's what they said.
Kemba Walker.
They said this because of their playoff contribution last year. That's why.
Last year you needed a point guard. You had Derrick Rose. You know he's going to be kind of, iffy.
And not only we need to win there was Gary Payton. Not Gary Payton. Gary Trent. There was Kelly Oubre, Norman Powell, and we still didn't get any of those names.
Wait a minute. Gary Trent was on the. Yeah, he sure was.
And we let him go to a rival. It doesn't make any sense what we're doing. It doesn't make no sense. It honestly hurts my brain even talking about it. It doesn't make any sense.
So will you guys have a point guard next year?
Hell no. Let's be honest. No.
Come on, man. Now everybody know you guys need a point guard. You got to get a point guard next.
We need a point guard, but we won't get it. We need it badly. It's honestly, we need it badly. We need it, but we don't. We can't get one. To be honest, it's depressing. To be honest, it's really.
Jessica, I want to ask you a question.
What's up, Marvin?
Out of the young guys on your team, who's staying and who's leaving?
I believe everybody's staying except for Devontae Graham.
I was about to say him. Yep, Devontae.
But Devontae, how old is he? He's not too young. He is young though, isn't he?
He's like.
What about Willie?
What?
Billy. You talking about Billy Hernan, whatever? Billy
Billy.
Hernan
Yeah,
Gomez?
Billy. Willie, same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
but he's.
Billy and Zion are best friends. Billy don't get paid, but what he get paid?
Yeah, his contract is kind of small.
Yeah, and I believe that, and I believe they're gonna keep him with that little bitty contract, and with him being, best friends with Zion. I believe they're gonna keep him. I mean, he ain't eating no money for real.
Okay, so Jessica, you telling me you think you guys should stand pat with the team you have?
No, I do believe we need to add a piece or two, and I do believe that some of the people on the team do need to, get better at some of the things that they do. But you can't. I wouldn't say break up the team that much because you don't know what they can do with Zion. Now, after Zion plays next season, and we don't get further than where we was this season or whatever, then yeah, you gotta make some changes. Yeah. But right now, you can't just break up a team, like that, and you ain't even had your star player play with them.
Yeah,
we do got the Lakers pick. I keep saying that because I can't wait to see. And hopefully they be, hopefully the Lakers pick falls, hopefully top 4 maybe. You might get something good with that. That's a little piece you can add.
Yeah.
Oh, if you guys get a top 4 pick.
If you look
over. Oh, they in a good shape, guy. They under the cap. They got picks. They got talent. Pelicans are up and coming, guys.
Because mark my words, if the Pelicans get a top 4 pick, we're looking at a contender here. I'm not joking. A top 4 pick will solidify whatever they need to build what they need for that team. Whether
if you look at their team, they basically set in every position. And I
do feel like we got to get rid of Devontae Graham because we do got too many short people. We got Jose, Kyra, and Devontae. They all, short. We can't have that many short people on the floor.
I think Graham is definitely gone. Yeah.
I think so too because a lot of the Pelican stuff that I look at and listen to, I just don't really see him being talked about or showcased like that. And it's so I feel like that's a little sign.
To you, Alvarado, will you guys keep Mitchell Robinson?
I got a good feeling he's leaving. I don't like our chances. He's most likely leaving.
Okay, are you looking to replace him or you just gonna let him go?
We're gonna let him go because his front office is incapable of doing anything.
Man, so in other words, you keeping Nerlens Noel for your center?
Yep, that's why we signed him to a multi-year deal. Let me say it again: multi-year deal. Nerlens Noel. It doesn't even go right. It doesn't even sound right. To be quite honest, it's honestly.
How many games have he played for you guys? He played all last year. That's right.
This year, I think 2 games and that's it. Like it was like a couple games and that's it.
Wow,
it's bad. It's horrible. It's just horrible. And then Mitch is gonna leave because of all the comments he's made on his IGs and his Twitter posts. It's honest. It's just.
Oh, and I was listening in the chat when you were speaking about Randall. You know that he's going to stay, don't you?
Yeah, I know. I know he's gonna stay. Oh my gosh, I know he is.
He's gonna stay.
Yeah, he's gonna
Jessica. Yeah, that's what I was just going to address to you. He changed his mind. He want to stay.
AD definitely not coming back to New Orleans.
Oh,
who ain't coming back to New Orleans?
AD.
Oh, it's in the chat.
I ain't nobody studying him. We don't want him back. We good. When he wore that shirt that said "That's all, folks," he was right. That is all.
Yeah,
we don't need nothing else. That's all. That's the same thing we told him this season. That's the same thing we told him this season too.
Oh, Dex, to you. Is AD leaving?
Well, when they make the play in this season and we got in over them, that's exactly what we were telling the Lakers. That's all, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Dex,
oh my God.
Dex,
I was over that cycle of trauma, and Jessica's bringing it back to the forefront of my brain.
Yeah, you're right.
How about
Dex,
shame on you.
I want to ask you, Dex. Is AD
shame on
leaving?
Jessica.
Is AD leaving LA? Dex?
No, AD's not leaving. He's not going nowhere. That man lived up in Bel Air. Is it Bel Air or Brentwood? He ain't going nowhere.
So your team, you telling me is Westbrook leaving?
Westbrook that's a possibility. I'm quite sure they're trying to work something, but not right now. And I think they're gonna start up I think like May 25th to try to push out Westbrook somewhere else. It's a possibility that Westbrook could go back to Oklahoma City and retire there because that's basically his market, Oklahoma City. And
is that a move to get your draft picks back, or you getting a player?
Maybe some draft picks because they have so many. Oklahoma City have so many freaking draft picks. I think they got the most. They got like 14.
They have 16 coming up for the next 2 drafts.
16, yep, 16.
I think the Lakers should run it back.
Oh Lord,
they definitely not running that back.
Wait, run it back to the lottery?
That's worse than the Adam family.
You wrong for that, Jessica. We trying to be funny,
I think they should run it back.
Say Dex,
the Adam family.
I thought it was really fun to watch. Which I mean, that was
no, it wasn't.
That was fun to watch.
Maybe for you, it wasn't fun for me.
It was fun to watch.
It was traumatic.
What, Jessica, lose?
Man.
Only thing Lakers was good is betting on LeBron. You got money if you bet on LeBron.
I thought that it was really amazing to see them lose. And not because I'm a hater, but it was just like I just really looked at them like, wow, I cannot believe y'all.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what?
I could believe it. I could believe it.
Dex,
it was a great draw.
You know what that Lakers season reminded me of? The first time I seen Boston back in the day when they had Bird and them when they lost. Because they were fucking unstoppable. Could nobody beat their ass. And
come on, this LeBron. This the team that LeBron made. They need to run it back.
Like you said, keep that same energy.
Philly beat Boston that year, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
That was Moses Malone and Daryl Dawkins, Andrew Toney, and all them guys. They beat Boston that year.
Kind of remind me when San Francisco was running it hot in NFL with fucking Montana. I couldn't stand his ass.
Just running amok through the league.
Man,
but to answer your question about the Los Angeles Lakers, I believe the Los Angeles Lakers is going to make a spectacular move. They're going to splash in the NBA free agency market. They're going to come up. They're probably going to move Russell Westbrook, send him back to Oklahoma City. maybe get a couple of draft picks for him, get Shea Alexander, maybe Lou Dort, and and the Lakers will move forward from there.
Are you living
That'll
in
bring
Candyland?
that
This is ridiculous.
yeah, well, I'm fantasizing. Of course, I'm fantasizing.
Yes, you are.
I'm
First
really
of all, I got one
fantasizing.
question before you go any further, Dex. Why do you think Oklahoma City would want him back?
Because that's their kid. He's the son of Oklahoma.
But Oklahoma
They
City are
drafted
building.
him.
Oklahoma City are
He
rebuilding.
stayed.
They are rebuilding. Rebuilding.
But
teams
Russell
are
don't
not
care about that. Russell's trying to get some triple doubles.
The front office do. Sam Presti
front office
says
cares.
otherwise.
But Sam, that's his guy. Russell Westbrook is his guy. He's going to do Russell solid, and the Lakers just going to benefit off of it. Because Shea Alexander, he wants out. I'm quite sure Lou Dort, he wants out. And you know what I'm saying? They're going to give a couple of picks. Listen, if they give the Lakers a couple of picks, it's okay because we're going to work back with them sometime in the future. And then the Lakers are going to rebuild off of Russell Westbrook. It's going to be like the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be like the Dallas Cowboys trading Herschel Walker all over again.
Somebody shake Dex. He is sleeping on this damn panel.
Oh my Lord!
I ain't gonna front. I said the same thing yesterday.
Shout out to Nico.
All right, I said the same thing yesterday. I said send him back to OKC. Give a shot, Gilbert.
Dex.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
your birthday,
How you know
Nico?
that?
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, Nico.
Oh,
Happy birthday to you.
I appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nico. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, now,
and
hold on.
many more.
Yeah,
Cash
hold
app.
on,
Drop your
Dex.
cash app, Nico. This
Dex,
opportunity.
Dex,
Flight sleep.
Nico, happy birthday. I'm here with you.
You need to
Hey,
make
man,
it.
I appreciate you for that.
You need to make it. You need to make it a.
Hey, Nico,
a
I know you
present.
dangerous because you a Taurus, just like me.
Time for you.
Oh man.
Well, what
You a
you
Taurus?
do?
No, I'm a pretty gentle individual. Unless you're trying to hurt me.
Hey, happy
Yeah,
birthday.
everybody
Unless you see
spam
that
Nico
red,
happy
right?
birthday.
Nico, it's time to cam
Hey,
up,
when
baby.
you see that,
Birthday.
when you see that red, is a whole other story, huh, Nico?
Time to cam up.
No,
It's
somebody
your
got to
birthday.
be, messing with me. He said cam up.
It's your birthday, man.
No, we
It's
ain't
on
gonna
you.
It's your
face reveal
birthday.
yet.
It's your birthday.
You might get
All
some
I
Hey,
want for
cash
my
out in
birthday
there,
is a
buddy.
big booty girl.
Right.
Yeah, that would be nice right now.
What did
I
you
ain't
do?
gonna
on
front.
your
Hey, but you know, I,
What you
Oh,
do on your birthday, Nico?
I
yeah.
What
Well,
you
I
do?
guess I'll say this. I didn't do much today. Celebrated more toward the weekend. I was
Play
just
some 2K.
I play a little 2K, not too much. 2K is bad for your mental health.
What you like?
When you play with trash ass players, you can be defeated mentally. So I didn't play too much 2K. Just with family, spoke to my siblings and whatnot. I got 6 of them, you know what I'm saying?
You the oldest?
And I ain't gonna front. I was a little bit fucked up by that Kevin Samuel shit too. So other than that, right now, I'm just chilling. Came through to see what's up with y'all.
Cool.
Okay,
Happy
before
birthday, bro.
we
Slim, I can
continue with
tell
Nico,
you a
hold on one
Taurus.
second, guys. Hold on one second. Before we continue with Nico, we know Nico's a birthday boy. He's on center court. Check out Nico's channel. Please like it. Subscribe to his channel. Show Nico some love. He's trying to get those subscribers up. Shout out to Flight Sports TV for assisting and helping Nico get some of those subscribers, because I think he's north of 500 right now. So the next goal should be 1,000. So please, everybody that's here, if you're available, go to Nico Savage and subscribe to his channel. You're gonna like some of the content. He goes live sometimes. He do the 2K thing. Listen, Nico do it all, okay? We already know that he's got the Barry White voice, you know what I'm saying? He's a charmer. But listen, don't invite your girls over there now, because Nico will talk about their little... So listen, on the serious side, go to Nico, support him. Happy birthday, Nico. He dropped his cash app. If y'all want to give him a little something, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Nico don't never claim to be rich. He's a baller on a budget, so please help him out. Look out for the kid. Look out for the young man. You know what I'm saying? He's out here in these Flight Sports TV. He's working, and we're going to help him rise to the top. Shout out to Flight Sports TV. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's still rocking with us tonight. We got a wonderful stream going on. Hit the like button. Subscribe to Flight Sports TV. Subscribe to everybody up here, Marvin, Perspective, and anybody else who came up here to have a YouTube channel and that's putting out content. So Big
Shout out,
ups.
Nico. Okay, Nico, here we go. That's your
Hey, what's
birthday.
up?
Give me your fantasy Laker team for next year, buddy.
Nico, who
Dang.
is your
I
team?
ain't because I'm trying to
And
think. Like realistically, I don't know what we could do right now.
That's what I'm going to say.
I would just
before you
say add
start,
Klay Thompson to the lineup and we become unstoppable.
Be
Nico,
realistic.
the Lakers is your team?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And I do want to say thank you to everybody that said happy birthday in the chat. And I do want to thank Flight Sports TV real quick. Because I think when I came here, I was probably with it like maybe 200 something subs, possibly. Just to even gain 300 plus is a lot. Like, it don't seem like a lot in the YouTube landscape. But like I said, self-proclaimed, just a regular nigga, you know what I'm saying? For 300 more people to fuck with you, even if they don't all the time, it means a lot to me. So I'm very thankful for that.
Another night, because I just subscribed to it just to say.
Thank you. When I'm like at like 512 or something like that, you know, I got a community tab, be posting random shit, you know.
I got you with the sub, bro. I just subbed up too. I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate y'all, man.
So come on,
but
Nico, give me some fixes on your Lakers, man. Come on.
Look, when you said a dream Lakers lineup and then said keep it realistic, I don't know what to do.
But don't we all want Kevin Durant and everybody else on our team too? But be realistic, you know. You get rid of somebody, bring somebody, because hey, Dex over there dreaming. Go ahead and dream with Dex.
I told you this give me motherfucking Klay Thompson, bro. That's a game changer.
Oh,
only
come
thing
on.
that we
You know damn well
only thing we missed
Klay Thompson
on the team is shooting.
That
like
ain't
imagine if we could knock down some threes. We'd be a dangerous team.
So do you realistically think Golden State is gonna get rid of Klay at top? Come on.
Oh,
So you feel like that was the only problem last season, was y'all couldn't knock down threes?
That's a big problem because we shot it at the top 3 worst of the league, and we were in a lot of games.
Yeah.
We wasn't getting. Hey, shout out to Dex and shout out to Slim, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Much love for that, man, for hitting my cash app. But yeah, no, it's not that that's the only thing that's wrong. It's just that in the regular seasons, we know the defense isn't that great from any team. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's only you only get like 4 or 5 teams playing great defense throughout the year. So I know this team is not equipped and capable enough to play elite defense night in and night out. So
Yo, Nico, I got you coming. I got something coming your way right now.
Oh well, damn. Oh well,
Today your birthday, baby.
Look, we shot like 31% as a team. That's awful. That's Russell Westbrook numbers. Imagine the whole team shooting like Russ. You're not gonna win.
Well, I got a question. What was you guys' record when AD went down?
I don't even remember.
Before he went down?
Yeah, they were pretty good before then, weren't they, Jessica?
Well, that's also why I only add Klay Thompson.
The Lakers was, they was above a playing team. They was up there. I watched them slowly come down the line.
Exactly. We fell from the 6th seed. We was doing all right.
You're right. Yeah, that was when AD got hurt. I mean, let's be real. AD meant a lot to that team.
That's the thing. That's why I didn't come with any other player other than a shooter. Because if AD is healthy, it's a whole different team. Even with Russ, like that's how you know the potential and the talent of this team. When we can sit here and win games with no floor spacing, we have no floor spacing.
Was it more coaching than anything?
Not even that. Because what can a coach tell a bunch of niggas that can't shoot to do? All they're gonna do is wall up every time LeBron touched the ball. And when Russ touched the ball and forced him to throw a dumbass pass to the only shooter on the floor.
I think you guys really was dependent on Kendrick Nunn too, and he didn't play this year.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened with him. Would he tear an Achilles or something? I'm trying to figure out why he missed 82 games.
Yeah, Kendrick Nunn is decent, and he didn't play very, very many games. He didn't play at all for you guys.
Yeah, I feel like he's the only person that could have broke the Laker curse of not being able to knock down threes. Malik Monk did to an extent.
A lot of people don't know about Kendrick Nunn. He's decent.
Oh, he had a pretty good rookie year, and especially in Miami, he was good.
Yeah, he would have really fit well with LA.
Oh yeah, I
sure.
Oh, Marvin, to answer your question before AD went down, The Lakers were 14-12. 14-12.
Yeah.
They were
That's solid.
Yeah, picture him in the full year.
Yeah, y'all weren't doing that bad. I mean,
Damn. Malik Monk dropped 41 our last game. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and Austin Reeves dropped a triple-double too.
Damn. Bro, Malik Monk was shooting almost 40% from three, averaging almost 14 points as what, like a fourth option?
Question.
Yeah, we need to keep
how in love are you with LeBron James?
Look, I'm thankful because he brought us a championship. That's all you needed to do as a Laker. We kind of enduring. Like, the thing is, most people are fair weather fans. I speak from the perspective of realizing that, motherfucker, we was losing every year until LeBron came.
Yeah.
And the young guys, of course, they have potential, but when were you going to see that? Like, Zoe was only 24, 25 now. BI is 26, 25.
No,
everybody we had.
BI ain't 26. BI 24.
He only 24?
Damn.
He can't be no 24. He's been in the league like 6 years.
Man, somebody look that up. I can't look it up. I'm in the car. But I believe he's 24.
Oh, shit. Bro, he is 24. This nigga aging backwards.
No, he came in young.
Hey, everybody came in young. Hey, Lonzo Ball came in at 19.
BI probably, other than CJ, BI probably the oldest person in that starting lineup. Other than CJ.
Well, I guess my fault. I'm speaking like next year type shit. My fault. I'm already thinking ahead because we're not in the playoffs, so our whole rest of the year is erased. So they'll be like 25 around this time, next season, and we at that point now where they just now peaking in their careers. So that would have been from when we had them 20 and 27. That's like 6 years of development to now start competing.
So who's your coach? Who you want as coach?
I ain't gonna front. I'm not a big believer in coaching really changes a lot unless you come with a guy like Steve Kerr. It's a couple people that break the mold. It's nobody that's available that breaks the mold of a top tier coach. You gotta have somebody like Steve Kerr to believe in everybody on the team and tell you what you can do and what you can't do and how to do it well.
That's what I was gonna say. You need a coach that can handle LeBron.
Can't nobody coach LeBron.
Yes.
Somebody can. I bet you Mark Jackson could. I bet you Mark Jackson could.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Basil, man, for that. Man, hey, I ain't gonna front, man. Basil been blessing for real, man. He been coming through to the stream. This nigga's been out of nowhere just blessing your boy, man. I teared up a couple times. I ain't gonna do it today though. I gave you enough tears, you know what I'm saying? But I'm thankful, man. He came through. He's really been helping your boy, man. It's been tear jerking, and you know, I'm appreciative. But let's continue the basketball though. My fault.
Alvarado, you still on the stream? Oh, he's gone.
Oh yeah, can I address this? So Alvarado said he will win a DPOY. Do we believe that?
He'll win a what?
Alvarado. Who?
DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year.
Are you talking about Jose?
Yes, he said he will win one.
Hey, if you got that mindset and you believe in it, you may manifest it.
Yep. And he is on it. He can play some damn defense now.
Yeah, man. Hey, I don't know if I should say your government, but who are you? Whoever sent that, man, thank you. I don't want to put your government out there unless you're comfortable with it. But thank you for sure. But I didn't expect this, man. I just came through because I was having a rough day.
Well, it ain't rough no more.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, man, y'all blessing for real, man.
That's what's
Hey,
up.
man,
That's
Fly
good.
Sports TV, man. You know.
I'm thankful.
How about if your Lakers get hot and win something again next year? You really be on
It
the
sounds
top.
like the Lakers really ain't got to do nothing but get rid of
Westbrook. So Jessica, I guess you're saying is right. Run it back.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I had an interview on Talented TV channel, right? And he said who you think the Lakers should bring in next year? I told him, shit, basically run it back. That the thing is, we just need
AD to be
a better
healthy.
understanding. Yes, we got to be healthy, and we also got to all we got to do is bring in a couple niggas who could really knock down shots. Not these dudes who 37 and was knocking down shots 10 years ago. We need people that's coming into the league knocking down shots.
But Nico, with the year you
up?
have this year, you know they're not going to run that back.
Why we not? Who want Russ?
They might not have a choice.
You're right. Well, Nico, I'm just saying. Okay, was it just injuries that had you guys play like this year? Was it bad coaching? Was it chemistry? I mean, what was your problem this year?
I believe it was injuries, and injuries led to losses, and losses led to a bad mindset.
What you think, Nico?
I mean, look, Jessica's giving you the. Are you a Lakers fan? Like, what's going on?
She know everything.
I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a Pelicans fan, but
she know basketball.
Yeah, like, but still, most people only come with the stupid takes on our team. You know what I'm saying? This is some shit that I regularly say. Like people, they love
one thing about me, Nico, and even when I say things about Zoe, when I say things about this team and that team, it don't come from no hating. You know what I'm saying? I try to just be real about everything, because the only team I really feel like I can speak on is my team. But I'm gonna be real when I see things on other people's team. And yeah, everybody was laughing in the chat when I said running back, but you just probably need, like any other team, you need one or two pieces. You need to get rid of it. We got to get rid of Devontae Graham. You got to get rid of Westbrook, but don't bring him to my team, okay?
Yeah, it's like, what can we really do with him? You know what I'm saying? Like, unless somebody
That's the problem.
That contract is a beast.
Yeah, that's the thing. We could trade him if he wasn't about to make $40 million in 1 year. But thing is, he making a whole contract salary in 1 year.
Well, Dex said he's going to Oklahoma City. Y'all don't get 2 first-round draft picks. Don't worry about it.
They sure need, Lakers do need some draft picks, because the Pelicans got them all.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at Shai Gilgeous.
He's
and that's something I really wanted to address to Dex. Why does he think Shai Gilgeous doesn't want to stay in Oklahoma City? I don't understand that.
I thought I heard
low
that
key, they
too.
just paid the nigga, bro. Oh my goodness, he making 170.
I mean, I don't see him wanting to just leave there. I mean, they finna rebuild, and they gonna be something special in years to come. That's like a lot of people don't realize. Here's a team that everybody needs to start realizing. In 2 years, watch and see if Detroit Pistons don't be something special. 2 years, mark my word. They got the number 2 pick this year, I do believe, too. Or 1. They can get the 1 or the 2 or the 3.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Hey, coffee. Thank you, man. That's who it is. Hey, hey, it wasn't you, Slim. Your shit say Slim Cahoot. Hey, shout out to you, Coffee, man. Appreciate you, man. Much love for that. Thank you for identifying yourself with extra. Like, bro, he didn't have to, but I appreciate you, Coffee, man. You know you loved up here, man. And by me. Appreciate you. Continue. My fault, Marvin.
No, you good, buddy.
I guess I have been thinking since I popped up. I seen the question right when it says is Zach LaVine a max player. I'd give him 170. Not nothing like 200, nothing like that. None of that. But you can get like 170, whatever Michael Porter Jr. got.
Oh, well, yeah. Since the Bulls were sitting at the 1 spot at the beginning of the season, you don't think the Bulls should run it back?
Oh, we are gonna run it back. We're just gonna add, just like y'all, Jessica. We gonna
the only reason why I asked you that, because a lot of people like trade DeMar, trade Zach, do this, do
they
that.
all saying that.
I told you I trade DeMar right now. Hey,
they're not gonna do it, though. I know it sounds good because of his trade value right now, but the Bulls are not gonna do it. They're in a plan, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, you got to have a plan. If you're gonna keep just trying to jump from one to, you'll never get there. You got to set it. You got to go through the ups and downs. You got to deal with what's happening in front of you. I mean, like I said, if your expectations this year was championship, then yeah, you break it down. But it wasn't.
Because I
It's a
mean,
3-year deal.
they already said that the problem was what y'all was missing was Zoe. So if Zoe healthy, then y'all straight.
And no, not just that. We need.
Let me ask you this, Marvin, real
We gotta have
quick. Let
shooters
me
off
ask
of
you
the
this,
bench.
Marvin.
We gotta have shooters off the bench also. Go ahead.
Hey, look, with the defense you've seen in the playoffs, if you take away DeMar DeRozan's mid-range, what does he provide for you consistently and effectively?
Well, you know it's a team game. You have to look.
Nah, they leaned on him. Nah, that's the superstar on that team.
No, but you're not leaning on him for defense. No, you lean on him.
What I'm saying is offensively, the fuck is defense? We know he trash on defense. Offensively, what does he provide outside of the mid-range shot consistently and effectively?
I mean, if you watch the games, they were double teaming and triple teaming it. He didn't supposed to shoot well. The other guys were missing the wide open shots. That's why
So
they
was
double
double teaming
upgrade
him.
that bench. Yeah,
so it's because everybody else is breaking. All right.
No, it's not that. It's not just their fault. But I mean, just like in their first game against Boston, when Milwaukee played them, when they were wide open shots, Boston was missing. So you can't blame when you're missing wide open shots. You're not gonna beat many teams anyway. You know.
So they was double teaming and triple teaming DeMar when Zoe and Zach was out there.
No, they were not. No, and at that time they were 27-12. They couldn't double team because Zoe was there hitting at a 43% clip from three, so they wasn't double teaming them. But in the playoffs, that's what Milwaukee did to them.
I was just asking. You know, sometimes
actually,
when you ask questions, it allows people to think, and when you think, you get a better perspective.
Yeah, and if you think about it, guys, when he was on that run, when he was scoring 30 at 50% clip, when they stopped him from doing it, they double teamed him the whole game. The game that he didn't break, keep the record going, they double teamed him the whole game, and he didn't do it. I mean, in the Bulls case, we had holes everywhere. The difference in that team was, first of all, Kobe White. I don't know what the hell happened to his shot. That was supposed to be our zone buster, and he just lost it. And that was it, though. If you think about it, that's all we had off the bench besides him, because Derrick Jones Jr. is not he can shoot, but he's not a hell of a shooter. And basically, that was it. So the Bulls have to upgrade their bench, keep everybody else, get rid of some players, and then we need a big man, a rim protector. I mean, just like almost every other team, it's not very far. I mean, if you can make the playoffs, then you're pretty close. You just need a couple of pieces. So you don't really want to tear it completely down. But I know people feel like get rid of DeMar, but you don't. In my eyes, and I'm pretty sure the Bulls organization feel this way. You don't sign a player 1 year and then get rid of them the following year for the money they signed these guys, and then figure we can be better the following year, because chemistry had a lot to do with our early success, and we had a nice chemistry going with Zoe there. So, I mean, it's a process, I can say this though. One thing I've always said was this: it's like football and baseball. One thing that hurt me worse than anything was to get all the way there and lose it. If you're going to lose it early, find out what you need. But if you get all the way to the finals or to the championships and you lose those games, to me, they hurt worse. Because I remember when the Bears got there and we lost sorry-ass Grossman at quarterback. I mean, and we ain't been back since. So you get there, you need
to read this real quick. Hey, shout out to Coffee. He said, shout out to panel, Fly Sports TV, hottest shit in the streets sent to 50, man. Shout out to Coffee, man. Hey, this brother's blessing. This brother's a blessing, and he believe in it, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, I want Flight to feel that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? That niggas really believe in what he doing and what he got going on. And we show that by showing up, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have to, but we do.
Like the hottest out, brother.
Shout out, Flight Sports TV.
And
but
shit.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, my fault.
Go ahead, birthday boy. Go ahead, birthday boy.
I was gonna freestyle, so I didn't even have a plan with it. I was gonna freestyle.
Oh,
No, but
before you do it,
I was just gonna go off of what Marvin was saying. I feel what he's saying because if I understood you correctly, you saying you would hate to be a team to make it all the way to that last.
yeah. And I wanted to say this, Jessica.
Don't
And,
say
you
it for
know,
the Warriors, huh?
yeah, I just wanted to say this. I don't know if you remember, Jessica, but I think it was Dex who said something about Denver becoming a franchise. They got a good nucleus out there, Jessica. Their players were hurt this year, but they got some great talent. And if those guys come back healthy, Denver is a hell of a spot. They got a good ass team. But they were, if you want to talk about any team that played above their head this year, it was Denver. Two of their top players were out the whole season, and they still made the playoffs. They made one pretty a lot of games also. But if they get their full squad back, they'll be dangerous.
I feel you, but everybody can't do good on the West because y'all got to make room for the Pelicans.
Hey, y'all just got to go in there and take it, Jessica. Just take it.
I'm reading right now. Corey Mays said, Coach, we need DeMar to show the young players how to get to that next level. What next level? I think it scored 11 in the closeout game.
I told you they were double teaming and triple teaming him, man.
So
they took him away. They just took him totally away. And the Bulls wasn't, rest of the team wasn't, even Zach, he wasn't hitting many shots. They didn't shoot well. Only person played in that playoff series was Vooch.
He played well. See, Marvin, this is why I'm picking your basketball brain. That's why I asked you, what does he provide other than the mid-range shot that he can do effectively?
Well,
he don't play off ball. He don't slash much anymore. He don't shoot threes.
But he's one of the best field goal. He's one of the best field goal percentage shooters in the league.
Well, yeah, he takes some nice mid-range shots. When you take that shit away, what does he do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where the other team comes in. You have to have a team around you. I mean, listen, if he's the only one scoring and you take him away, then his field goal percentage is going to go down. He's only going to give you 11 points, and they're going to get blown out.
See, but hold on, not even that. See, I'm letting you off the hook unintentionally. It's not even that. They take away the mid-range shot, and now he's irrelevant to the team. He ain't got nothing else in his bag he can go to. B.I. was getting double teamed.
Hey, he's got a lot. First of all, you know how many points he averaged in that series, right?
No.
He averaged 18.
Now, if I pull up the series and it's awful,
if the rest of the team steps up, then he's okay. I'm not saying he's not going to average 30. I mean, he could if we got better players around him, in which we had a couple of players that just wasn't hitting their shot. I mean, here's the thing with him. His assists are coming from the mid-range area out to three-pointers. And the Bulls wasn't hitting no damn threes, man. They were missing their threes. And then one game he played well, they were actually double teaming him that game too. But he got hot. And I mean, he's capable. I'm not done. Hold up. Let me say this. I know you can say this about him in the playoffs. This was his best year of his career. He averaged 28 points a game. So, I mean, you can critique him and you can, say all you want about it. But, I ain't saying stats are everything. But he averaged 28 points a game. What else you want from him? I think he did his part. Maybe not in the playoff game. But shit, Milwaukee ain't no joke. Those guys are good, man.
I mean, all right, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not hearing that you're saying he a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure.
No, he's definitely not that. He averaged 5.5 assists a game.
Slightly. He averaged that because he holds the ball majority of the game. That's almost pathetic. When you hold the ball 70% of the game and you only get 5 assists, I'm going to start wondering what kind of player you really are.
I'm not saying this because he's on the Bulls, because I always liked DeMar. I liked him when he was on Toronto. I liked him wherever.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, it's low-key disrespectful to be a primary ball handler and you averaging 5 assists.
He's not the point guard.
That's why I said primary ball handler, not point guard.
That was
he's holding the ball majority of the time.
It's because Lonzo Ball was hurt.
Even when Lonzo was point guard, we know that nigga wasn't point guard. No offense, he's top 2 my favorite players. and that's including his brothers. But that nigga was not a point guard for that team. He was Marcus Smart.
I mean, I don't
And all you
understand.
niggas,
I
hold on,
don't
all you
understand why
niggas that
y'all
was
all
hating
see
early in the
that.
year when I was saying that Marcus Smart gave you exactly what Lonzo Ball did with the DPOY.
They were 27-12 when Lonzo was starting. What else you want from him?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you can bring that kind of defense and versatility and willingness to pass, that's winning basketball. Lonzo is the only guy that plays winning basketball everywhere he goes.
This is what I'm saying. You can find something wrong with every player. Something, if you're looking for it.
I mean, you could, but I ain't looking for it. What I've paid attention to is this nigga's been in the playoffs like 10 times and lost 10 times.
I just heard you say that even when he was playing, he wasn't the primary ball handler. They were 27-12.
Wait, it could have been even better. That's how I see it. The thing is, they played the same basketball they play now, and they put Lonzo on the best fucking offensive player on the other team.
I sure
that
wish
wasn't
we
gonna
would
work
have
in the
been
playoffs.
39-0. I wish we would have been 39-0.
You let Lonzo run the team, you could see what that potentially could be like.
I don't understand what you guys feeling that he wasn't running the team. They were 27. What else do they need to be when he's starting better than 27-12? And then you guys still say he wasn't running the team? What was he doing?
Standing in the corner shooting open threes.
So who was running the team?
DeRozan brought the ball up a lot of the times. Even Caruso did, and then Zach LaVine.
Guy, go back and look at the highlights from game 1 to game 35 and see who brought the
I
ball
watched every game until Lonzo got hurt.
Okay. All right. So if you saying that, then you know he was bringing the ball up.
Barely.
And why do you guys say that when that's a coaching decision? That's not Lonzo's fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not Lonzo's fault. I look at it as a team fault. I realized they was getting glorified for playing bad basketball, and people was telling them how great they were and first in the division, while allowing their point guard to be a fucking spot up corner 3-and-D player when he can pass better than anybody they've ever seen in their entire fucking lives.
We can only say ifs and buts, but all I know is we was 27-12 and we were doing well. You don't fix nothing that ain't broke.
And then if you bringing that up, let's bring up the record against top teams. Because if you're gonna bring up the record, they won a lot of their games against bad teams. There's a reason they got blown out by the Warriors, blown out by the 76ers.
When he got hurt, they were 2-3 against top teams.
Shit. Hold on. I got you.
He got hurt in the Golden State game. They had beat Boston.
No, he got hurt against Brooklyn.
He got hurt. He went out in the Golden State game. That was his last game.
Brooklyn. His knees collided.
That was Zach.
I got you.
That was Zach who got hurt in the Brooklyn game.
Oh yeah, one of them niggas got hurt. My fault.
That was Zach.
Damn, they got the whole next season. Stop it. Hold on. I got you. Here we go. Let me get the regular
season. Was Golden State. And look at their record.
I got you. We're gonna go with the top teams. Let me keep scrolling real quick.
See, and that thing about top teams, if they wasn't playing good in the first half or if they wasn't playing good in the second half, they were considered top teams, period, to me. They had the same roster.
But that's the thing. My point is when you came against a top team, which I was telling people, when you come across Milwaukee in the playoffs months ago, you're going to get your head peeled. That's with or without Lonzo Ball because you don't allow him to run the team. When you allow Lonzo Ball to run the team, you're going to make sure everybody where they need to be. When you don't, you got niggas like DeRozan running the team, and he's looking for his shot before the pass. As anybody running the team, you should be looking to pass 5 times as much as you will in the score because your bucket's going to come easily. But he don't got that mindset, and that's why he a loser-ass nigga.
They'd be all right. I mean, like I said, I didn't told a whole bunch of people this. Number one city's gonna be happy at the end of the year. If it wasn't us, then we need to work on getting better. And that's just all it is to it. This season is over. Now you try to get better. Period.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, and let's be real. The Warriors about to win this 4th ring. That's one thing that's guaranteed to happen right now. And
Nico, I can tell you're a Laker fan because you fantasize.
Look, they gonna get another win, and they still gonna be that same team that just won. I know they're a little older. Everybody a year older. Nobody talks about it, but Dale Curry Jr. is like 34. He a little older. He regressing just a little bit. His stats have dropped, his attributes, but he's still better than a lot of people. I don't know why people.
Question to the rest of the panel. Jessica, you still there? Is anybody else here on here with us? So I want to ask them, or do they agree with Golden State winning the chip?
Yo.
You do?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Golden State winning it all, guy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, niggas been hating on Golden State. I don't know why.
It ain't no hate. I'm just saying. Memphis got these. That's all I'm gonna say. Memphis got this.
We think that after one game.
Well, you said
they have to score 47 and win by 5.
Wait a minute, Nico. You said it after one game when they beat them.
No, I said the sweep before they even matched up.
Well,
Golden State
obviously
is about the gentleman sweep to the finals.
There ain't no sweep. You said it was a sweep. You was wrong already.
No, I said whether they sweep or gentleman sweep, it's still gonna be a sweep.
Either way, either y'all get swept or they get a gentleman sweep. Either one. Don't leave them out, brother. Please don't stop counting out Memphis, because if they lose this next game, you ain't gonna come on this damn panel no more.
Nah. Because the thing is, it's no ifs with this. Like, people don't understand the deep psychological understanding of the Golden State Warriors. This team has been dominating the league. You think this new team, just because they got a new nigga that can jump all game, is about to beat the Warriors,
Nico,
the championship winners?
You're a Laker fan. Please.
Yes.
You think
we wasn't competitive. When I was a Warrior, when I was supporting the Warriors because of Klay Thompson, the Lakers was winning 20 games a year.
You was with the Lakers. You said they were going to playoffs. They didn't make it.
We just started competing 2 years ago. So Lakers in competition.
I'm just telling you what you said. You said they were going to the playoffs, like you saying Golden State gonna win it.
I mean, we could have got to the playoffs if we had AD.
And Golden State could have won it.
The thing is, it's completely different. The Warriors have been competing before the Lakers were competitive. Lakers have been trash for a decade. The Warriors have been almost running the league for a decade. And those niggas are still playing basketball.
So they're going to go all the way through and beat Milwaukee, beat Phoenix, beat everybody, right?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Oh, by the way, here we go. I got your schedule. I'm going to consider Utah. If Boston won the top team at the time.
See?
Y'all started off.
At the time. There you go with that at the time.
No, y'all started off 6-1.
The same team. Stop saying they won the top team at the time.
No, y'all 6-1.
I'm talking about when you talking about Boston wasn't the top team. They had the same roster.
They wasn't. Boston started off awful. They had to get in some fights in the locker room to start playing better. Y'all lost the 76ers back-to-back. Right after the Boston. Then you played Brooklyn. That's no Kyrie. Won that game. Played the Mavericks, won that game. Played Golden State, head peeled. Beat the Clippers with no Kawhi, no Paul. Beat the Lakers with old-ass LeBron. Let me get to another top team. Beat the Nuggets. Oh, my God. I forgot y'all lost to Indy and the Rockets. Oh, I forgot Indy beat the shit out of y'all.
And we also beat Chicago as well earlier in the season.
No, I'm naming Chicago wins right now. I'm trying to find only the top teams they played.
Oh, my bad.
No, you good. Because the Chicago really thought they was real threats out here. It makes no sense. Y'all beat Denver and Brooklyn again. Then you lost to Miami and you lost to Cleveland. We skipping all the trash teams. Y'all gonna whoop on them.
Everybody lost to everybody. We were 27-12. That's all. I'm talking about when Lonzo went out.
Nah, Lonzo's still playing. Lost to Dallas, lost to Brooklyn, lost to the Warriors, lost to the Celtics, lost to Memphis, and that's back to back. That's 4 L's. Lost to Milwaukee. Oh my goodness. These top teams start beating up.
Did we
Fuck
get?
out of
I
y'all.
think right in between that, we beat the hell out the Lakers though, didn't
No, the Lakers was earlier in the season.
we? Lonzo came up there and broke his leg in y'all ass.
Yeah, no, Lonzo hoop, man. No, the thing is,
Lonzo came up there and put a triple-double on them damn Lakers. Didn't he?
I think he was like 27, 7 and 8 or something like that.
Well, okay.
He had 7 threes. But what I'm saying is that's Lonzo can do that every night. If you allow him to.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you allow Lonzo to, he will average 20 plus. He will average the 10 assists. He will average the 10 boards.
But at the same time,
my fault.
why don't you think the coach is doing that though? Because there's a reason why the coach isn't doing it. There has to be like some deeper meaning into it. I don't know.
So who plays tomorrow, guys? Does Memphis play Golden State tomorrow?
Phoenix and Dallas.
Yeah,
So
I think they played on.
They got 3 days rest?
Saturday or something like that. Yeah, they got like 3 days off. Both undefeated teams play tomorrow.
Yep.
So Miami and
Oh, that's the question I had. Oh, Embiid is not playing tomorrow either.
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Get the brooms out. Get the brooms out.
Yeah, because if they don't win this next game, I don't know if they're gonna win the fourth one in Miami.
I'm sorry to say it, but James Harden and DeMar DeRozan are almost one and the same human in the playoffs.
Well, no argument out of me at that one.
They both in their 14th year, so decline should be recognized.
You take away their go-to move and they don't play defense, they're a fucking loss. It's simple.
I don't know, Marvin, because DeMar was very playoff fraudulent in his earlier years as well.
Look, he's still a fraud. That's the thing. DeMar DeRozan has lost easy series. The only one I give him, let's say you give him a pass for LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play LeBron every year.
And even he was actually favored in 2018, I believe. I think they were favored in 2018 to beat
and lost to the motherfucking Wizards.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
John Wall peeled that head back.
Like I said, the Bulls are in a 3-year process. Let's see what you say next year and the year after that.
I feel great about the Bulls. They better do something special.
I'll be right back. Y'all can cook real quick.
I bet.
Yeah, I got to roll out too, guys. Great talk.
Have a good one, y'all.
Oh shit, the guys left. Man, I wasn't gonna be going that long. But sorry, I got y'all with myself, man. So you gonna hear biased talk though. The unfortunate part is but you Bulls fans have been dealing with me for what? 4 to 5 months now. I didn't want to be the one to tell y'all. I told you what hurt the most because I fucked with y'all. DeMar DeRozan is not it. He's just not. He's not that guy. He's never really been that guy. Can't expect him to be that guy. I'm sorry. Like, I know it comes off trollish, but I've seen enough of. I can read when people are about that special stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who's that walking? Is that Assad? Somebody was tapping something. And somebody go ahead and destroy that bot. if you a mod in the comment section, if you haven't done it already, go ahead and destroy that bot. But yeah,
Went on. It was good. It was good, Nico, bro.
that was good with
It was good, bro.
you. A
I
little
came in here
soliloquy real
since
quick.
I came in this bitch since you was the last one in here, man. I ain't want to just lead in the panel and shit, man.
I know. I didn't expect Marvin to leave, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? It is a little late, but right now, I guess I'll ask you, because I didn't heard your answer. Do you think Zach LaVine is a Mac player?
You said what now?
My fault. I was
You
saying, do
said
you
Zach?
think Zach LaVine is a max player?
Oh, I'll pay him. I'll say this. I'll pay him more than DeMar DeRozan, man. I think he's a better player than DeMar DeRozan. Because I actually seen Zach LaVine play defense, man, when he wanted to. That boy got good technique, man.
And he got a 3-ball.
For sure.
When you take away his drive and his mid range, he got a 3. That's something DeMar DeRozan don't have. I guess I would say I want to respond to Jessica. She said, "What you think about Bi?" Well, for one, I do have to give my honest opinion on the fact that he was a Laker, man. Like, people think that I don't like Bi. Like, it's not about that. I fuck with Bi, man. Bi is I guess since we drafted him, they always kept saying he got KD potential. Only thing I don't like they was lying about his height. You know what I'm saying?
He
Niggas
was
was
hella
saying
hype coming out of Duke.
that's fact. Niggas was saying Bi 6'9", 6'10". Bro, he's 6'7". And it's cool though. He can be a cool 6'7". That's still taller than most small forwards, most guards. But they put him in that KD category. And they was talking about, he could be a great isolation scorer, pretty good defender. You know what I'm saying? And
I remember when he was playing for the Knicks in high school. Every clip of him, they used to have the next KD. I swear, man. It's crazy.
yeah, I'm be honest. I didn't know about Bi. Look, all right. So to explain this, I never watched high school basketball until the Ball brothers. That lets you know how magical these niggas are. Like, I don't be trying to come on here with some fanboy shit on some. Before LeVar Ball was a thing, I was watching them niggas just pure hoop. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come in the picture thinking like, oh fuck, he's a great father. Nah, that came afterward. At first, it was just pure hoop, and from a hooper standpoint, even though I wasn't a hooper, I could still see special. You know what I'm saying? I still got a hooper understanding. Even if I don't play basketball, I understand what good basketball is. I understand what effective, high IQ, energetic, winning basketball is. And them niggas delivered it. But my bad. Let me get back on Bi real quick. I could say the unfortunate part is a nigga was like 130 pounds at 6'7". So when he first came to our team, he wasn't able to be very effective when it came to playing in the post and getting by bigger defenders. Right now, this is prime Bi. Right now, you were entering the prime of Brandon Ingram. We got Bi when he was a baby. You know what I'm saying? So I understand when people talk about. Yeah, I understand when people talk about when they talk about, oh, you traded these players before they could develop and this. I get that. But we still got that ring. But Bi is developing into a late game shot maker, a consistent guy, and a clutch player, which he hasn't been, which is all he needed to be great. So he's on the way.
Oh, for sure.
I would say Zion about 6'6", 290. Actually, no, that's on a good day. Right now, he about 315. About 6'6". Actually, that's even being lenient. 325.
Damn, bro.
He dropped
325,
weight
bro?
from 3. He dropped weight from 335 to 325.
That's good. Hey, no,
So
but
I
his
go ahead,
perfect
Nico.
weight, bro. Like Like if he never wanted to be hurt, like it would be like a greater chance of him being healthy. His perfect weight is like 255, bro. His perfect
Look,
weight is 255.
let's be lenient because nowadays everybody like to be coddling people's emotions. Let's be lenient and let's say 270. At least be 270. 285 is excessive. You 15 pounds off 300. You know what I'm saying? Like, get to 270, be the next LeBron. Because niggas was, you know what? Niggas been lying about LeBron for a long time, saying he's 6'8". He wasn't 6'8". That nigga 6'9".
Oh no, I ain't say 265. I mean 275. I said 255, bro. 55.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's way too little. I said let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say 270.
Oh, okay.
Like, because people try to say, oh, he big boned, he this, he that. At least get to 270. 285 is crazy. Because at 255, he might not look like Zion. That look like high school Zion, which high school Zion was nice, but we want him to have that strength and athleticism. Just get to 270, my guy. Straddle around 265, 270. And watch the magic start. But then you're gonna have to work.
Hey, you remember Pete Dwight Howard? He was like 265, but that man was crazy, bro. But I used to miss them days watching that man just appear out of nowhere and just block that shit in the stands, bro. That's crazy.
I low-key don't believe in Dwight Howard. Not for our team.
Oh man.
You say peak though, so we have to put in the preface and the comments of peak Dwight Howard, because right now that nigga just jog up and down the court and maybe put a hand out.
Man. Oh, he done had back surgeries and all, bro. He definitely not the same player. It ain't even close. It ain't even funny, but I mean, he's still quality. I mean, he better. He's still to me. I think he's still better than DeAndre Jordan, and he younger, bro.
I mean, I wouldn't even say DeAndre Jordan, because DeAndre Jordan is like a Dwight Howard 2.0 with 1 or 2 inches more height.
Yeah, he's like 7 foot.
And that's about it. Other than that, same nigga.
Yeah, bro.
Ain't this news. I'm a little fucked up, man. The niggas might not fuck with me, but I fuck with Kevin Samuels. Go ahead, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say I see why you play like that though. Like when you be playing like 2K or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like you could tell, like all I watch is like bigs or like defense type, because that's what literally all my players do, bro. If I'm gonna play that time, that's a player I'm gonna create every year. a 6'10", 6'9" guy that can play defense from 1 to 5.
If I'm gonna speak on a play style, the Ball brothers are the people I always give them credit. They opened my mind to the game of basketball. At first, I used to be like everybody else. I used to think about, how can I score on this possession? That's all my thoughts was. How can I score on this possession? I never thought about getting somebody else involved in the game unless they were wide open. That's not for real. I'm a fan of Kobe Bryant.
No, I believe you, bro. I know you telling the truth.
Yeah, so anytime I was playing 2K, if I get the ball, I'm gonna find a way to. If I'm dribbling for 15 seconds, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get that bucket. But once I start watching the Ball brothers, and I start seeing how fast they was playing, I started thinking, how can you play that fast? You don't play that fast on accident. To play that fast, you got to deliver some type of mental understanding of how the game is developing and what you need to do for it to develop as a win for your team. And I start understanding it. It started to become clear as day. Everything these niggas was doing to win games. And I start understanding the winning mentality, not just the drive and the mind, but mentality. But as a team, everything they need to do to win. You get your superstars involved, and the superstars get you involved. It's a whole working clock of amazing basketball. I was like, for everybody that on that team to know, to find. All right, when they were in about the ball, they would just hit Jello with a quick pass. I don't know how people weren't ready to adjust to that. Like Jello's waiting right under the rim for a quick pass. He would put it up and get fouled. You know what I'm saying? Just that. And when it wasn't there, they would find somebody open for three. They just knew what to do. It's like they were able to scan the floor like motherfucking Terminators. And there's 3 niggas that do it the best and 2 other niggas that do it well. And they went undefeated. So I started to take in that mindset. That's how I got to where I am. And I got to realize when I play 2K, most niggas are not like that. So I'm going to lose most games because most people don't understand that. But he said DJ is 33. DJ is 33, but he moving more like 37. Keep it real with you. What you think about DJ right now?
You said DJ, right?
Yeah.
Wait. We still talking about DeAndre Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh,
he said he's 33. I said he moved more like 37 right now.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. He's just not effective like that no more. He's gonna have a job still, bro. Cause he's 7 foot. He can block shot. He can deteriorate shots a little bit. Not effective to where he was when he was at the Clippers. With the Fro. I think Fro DeAndre Jordan was peak DeAndre Jordan. If we gotta just have peaks for each player type, at their best. But yeah, he was at his best when he had that Fro, man. The both skull. But yeah, man, he's just not the same player. That's all.
I think he is. He just got to play with a point guard. Like, if DJ played with Lonzo Ball, you see DJ looking like Lob City. But that's how the game of basketball works. Like, that's the game of sports. And when people, or let's say when Jessica was saying, or what was it, Jessica? I think somebody was saying, if Lonzo coaches, like why they're not using like we say that they should, you know what I'm saying? Type shit, basically. That's the root. Most people don't see the game in the same winning fashion that you do. That's what I've come to realize. A lot of people do not see the game clearly.
Not only that in life.
Oh, right, my fault.
I just said not only that. I said in life. Each individual is different. They ain't gonna. Some people be like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? And other niggas, some niggas be like, hey man, I get what you're saying. And niggas that try to, get on hand to what you're talking about. Or some dudes might be right on point to what you're talking about. That's a fact, bro.
I would say like this: the best part about basketball is that you need all 5 people at all times to put you in a position to win. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And if one guy is off, you can still somewhat win, but it's going to be different. That's why I always get enamored and I always get stuck on Chino Hills because they have 5 guys willing to win every play. Now, the thing is, they knew how to win. Most people on the team, like I was speaking about this yesterday and on my stream, I was talking about people was like, oh, nobody on the Warriors can stop Ja and this and that. The thing is, Ja's not going to be that effective when Jaren Jackson is back and when Dylan Brooks is back. He's effective. Let's not get that wrong. Hear me. He's fucking effective as Ja Morant. But when he has 2 guys on the team that thinks they're as good as Ja Morant or close to, they take shots away from Ja Morant and they take shots in inopportune times. Dylan Brooks puts the ball up like he's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Dylan Brooks shoots the ball like he's a superstar. So he might have games where he goes 2 of 15. he still don't keep shooting because they say, "Oh, we pay you this much and you're this guy. Keep shooting." That's not how it works. Only a couple niggas is made. Like when I be watching, no offense, right? When I be watching Jordan Poole, he nice, right? But I be like, nah, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, nah, little bro. Klay Thompson wide open in the corner. Pass up that good shot for the great shot. Some
That's
niggas
a
don't
fact
think of
too,
it
man.
like that. You know what I'm saying? GP,
Yeah.
young GP was saying his dad was pissed that he didn't shoot the open shot. And he said, I've been doing it since high school. I passed up a good shot for a great shot. And when you have the personnel and the understanding of who to do that to and with, that creates a whole different game plan. Most people don't see the game of basketball like that. Steph Curry, one of the only 3-pointers Klay Thompson made game 2 against the Grizzlies is when Steph Curry was open in the corner, he pump fake and found Klay Thompson wide open. Klay Thompson's that kind of guy. Look for him in the flow of basketball, he will reward you. Don't find him just because, oh, I'm find him on this play. No, you could, but what I'm saying is find him because you on the floor of basketball. Oh, I got a shot. Oh, I see Klay open. Hit Klay, splash. When the Warriors get back to that play style, they'll be an effective team. Until then, shit, them niggas finna lose.
Yeah, man. Like, hey, bro, keep it a bean, bro. Do you still you still watch old Chino Hill's footage, bro? Like back when those guys was good. I know you do. I know you do, bro.
Well, not like over the past like couple weeks, but I have within the past 6 months. Because the thing is, I keep looking forward to what they're gonna do now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, okay.
I keep looking forward to is Lonzo gonna become the Lonzo we think he is, or is he gonna keep playing Danny Green role?
Yeah. And
You
Marcus
know what
Smart
I'm
type
saying?
of roles, yep. Because this
That's
year he
fact.
really did play like Marcus Smart. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
That's
Like
fact.
they had them. Yeah, they were both assigned the same role for their team, basically. That's a
And I
fact, man.
appreciate you being able to be honest about that, because most people are too fanboys and unreal with themselves to acknowledge that. I'm enough of a Lonzo fan to have paid attention to his life to understand he a real ass nigga. He can take criticism, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
saying he trash, but guess what he not doing? Playing his best basketball.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He got a lot more
Because
he could
he's
be.
not given a chance to. That's for sure, man.
Is that Shep?
He's,
Shep 5 times? Appreciate you, man. Um, that's something I see as a big wedge in the Ball family community. A lot of niggas are not being honest about what they see because of how much they care about the family. Hey, I love both. But one thing I'm not going to do, I watched the show. I watched LeVar Ball talk shit. I watched him get on them niggas' heads. I, I want to hold them to the same standard their father held them to, because that's when they reach greatness. Not when niggas is coddling them. When Jermaine Jackson came around, he didn't come around and try to be buddy, happy go lucky, fun with Melo. He was hard on the nigga, tell him you doing wrong, bro. You need to do this, you need to do that. And look what we got. We can't keep trying to be soft with Zoe. Like Zoe wasn't the nigga that led the pack. He's still trying. He's neck and neck leading the pack right now. But if niggas don't keep it real with Zoe, he's not gonna be leading the pack. It's gonna take its natural form. That form is already placed in the numbers. That's what niggas don't understand. They numbers are already placed in the way that they play the game of basketball.
yeah. And
That's
they
how
go,
deeply ingrained it is to their spirit and reality.
yeah, because these analysts, a lot of the other guys that call themselves no basketball, people that actually know basketball, some of them be like, look at his numbers. What is he doing? Well, if you take a notice of the team for real and diagnose what each player or their starting five does, just if you want to do that, or maybe the whole team, depending on what type of basketball head you are, I mean, that'll show you why he has those, which player has those type of points. Because it may be the system, it may be, you know, they might be running like a Mike D'Antoni type system where it's just an ISO ball or whatever the case may be, just all pertaining to the system.
I'm gonna keep it real. LaMelo Ball could do what James Harden has done for 10 years. Do I want him to do that? No. Because he's a much higher basketball IQ than James Harden, even as a 20-year-old. That's just me being real. Hold on. All right, yeah, he's a much higher basketball IQ than James Harden.
Oh,
He
you talking
knows,
about LaMelo?
yes, much higher basketball IQ. But with the D'Antoni, he could be James Harden. LaMelo Ball can go out there and average 32, 10, and 9. And let's just fuck it. Say a triple-double. You know what I'm saying? But he could do it. He can do that effortlessly. That's his play style. He been doing it. Go watch overseas. Go watch Australia. Go watch the JBA. He grab boards. He make passes. He score buckets. He gives
always
steals.
said, man, he's a more. Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you good?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I'm always said, bro. He's a more talent. He's a more offensively talented Magic Johnson. I mean, you just come on, man. You can see it in his play style. It's just beautiful, man. How he plays in the fast break and all that, bro. Like, or just setting his guys up in half court, man. Like it's crazy, bro.
Well, I
Niggas
would
don't
even
really
say
see. I mean, some people say it. I mean, but a lot of
all
people
Ball
be like,
brothers
oh
are
man, he tripping.
underrated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna say it right now. The Ball brothers are the best players in transition I've ever seen in my fucking life. That's just me keeping it real. Whether they throwing a long pass or running like motherfucking horses, they doing it to the highest ability I've ever seen. So when you put them three, man, I'm not giving up the dream, and I never will. I need them all to play together. Not because I'm a fanboy, not because I believe in fake shit, because if they get together, they will be unbeatable. That's not because LeVar Ball told me so. That's because I can see with my own fucking eyes. You put three niggas together with IQ and ability like this, who can beat them?
That's a fact, man.
Every one of them can pull from 30 feet. As soon as they pass half court, they can pull that bitch. Every one of them. They can drive. They can get to the lane. Jello got post game. Jello got drive game. Jello got catch and shoot game. They all got catch and shoot game. If anything, I'm gonna keep it real with you. LaMelo Ball is a better catch and shooter than he is off the dribble. He knocked down in that catch and shoot.
Yeah,
Lonzo Ball
he's a
knocked.
He can play either position, bro. Because he's definitely a point guard, but he can also play the two too. Like LaMelo can play the two. If Zoe and him and Jello was all on the same team.
LaMelo will always be my point guard until Lonzo Ball is on his team. It's that simple for me. If Lonzo Ball is on his team, then you bump down to the two. If he's not on his team, LaMelo will always be the point guard. In the history of basketball, I'm taking LaMelo Ball at the one over anybody in the existence of basketball other than Lonzo Ball. Only time he could play the two is with Lonzo. Because they share that ball in a way that it doesn't matter. They become positionless in the backcourt. They like mother.
You better be. Finish what you gotta say. What you gonna say?
Nah, now I'm about to get philosophical with it. I mean, I know some of y'all old enough and y'all understand this. Them niggas is like Beyblades in the arena, rotating around each other. You know what I'm saying? Now I know niggas ain't seen Beyblade in a minute.
Nigga, what you
When
know
you get
about some Beyblades, man?
look, when y'all get a chance, go surf your young memory again. Watch them Beyblades and see how they rotate around each other to perfect. And I'm talking about real life. You don't even gotta go to the show because the show a whole different story. But the way that the kids rotate around each other until they just get close to touch each other, that's literally the Ball brothers. They're literally living existence. They are the moon. They are the sun. They are Earth. they rotate around each other to the perfection of reality when it comes to this game of basketball. And I want to see that. If niggas think I'm a fanboy and riding cock because of that, I don't give a fuck. I seen with my own eyes how dangerous it is. Like on some real shit. I seen it.
No, for sure, man.
You ain't got to keep telling me for me to be a believer. I'm not. Look, I don't fall for everything, but I do know some things. And one thing I do know is you put 3 of them niggas together, they are whooping your ass. I'm never counting out Jello because Jello can do it too. That's the thing. Like I always big up Jello because he don't get enough. People talk about, oh, he only play basketball because his brothers do. Niggas, are you stupid? I need a little monologue real quick. Are you niggas on earth retarded when you think these niggas don't love the game of basketball? They might not be on a level where they feel like they gotta take over and put niggas in their places and run the teams. That's Melo job. That's why Melo got that personality. Melo has that personality archetype. Why you think he number one? I told you it's already aligned in the numbers. The numbers are life. Reality is numbers. And numbers are reality. They already have been set in their abilities and what they provide and their personality types based off their numbers. LaMelo Ball was number one since being a baby, already knowing that when they became adults, he was going to be the one. That's what it is. Lonzo Ball is number 2. He keep all that shit going good. That nigga Lonzo Ball is a facilitator. You see niggas make pottery, right? You see them throw the clay on the guy. He just putting his hand there. He's sculpting it. That's all Lonzo doing. So I don't even get pissed all the time when I don't see him doing a lot. Because if you want him to do more, you got to ask of it. I'm sorry that's just his personality type and the way he play basketball.
That's
But
a fact.
he's built to play with his brothers. That's the unfortunate part. He's built to play with them.
For sure.
So he a nigga with a clay statue is spinning on a circle. He put his hand there. He's shaping it. That's all he do. He keep it going well, and he do his part when he got to. And Jello Ball is a fucking thumper. That nigga's gonna die on the court, not literally, but figuratively. He gonna give you all he got. He gonna do whatever it take to win in the given system. You say, Jello, I need 70 tonight. That nigga gonna do everything in his last fucking human existence to get 70 tonight. Wait, what was the pause on? My fault.
Oh no, bro. I was just gonna say, hey man, you better be glad.
No, somebody said pause in the comments. What did I say that was sus? My fault.
Oh.
My fault. Yeah, you can go. My fault.
No, I was just gonna say you better be glad, man. You was talking about you'll starting 5, your point guard to be Lonzo or LaMelo. You better be glad other niggas not in here, man. Especially the old heads, nigga. They'll cover your head, nigga. Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas and all those boys. You already know how that conversation will go, bro.
Give me Lonzo, LaMelo, and LiAngelo against anybody that ever played basketball. I'm taking them, even over Klay Thompson. And that's how you know I'm serious about this shit. Because I don't think nobody can whoop Klay Thompson.
That's a fact.
These 3 dudes together
Hey,
unbeatable.
hey, Nico. Hey, Nico. Happy birthday, young man. Look here, the older you get, the better you get. What's going on?
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Much love to you, Uncle Vern. Thank you for coming through, man.
Oh, man, that's why.
Hey, keep up.
Nico, it's your birthday, man. Happy birthday, G.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Assad. And Vern, I'm pretty sure you've been listening, Vern. I want to know what you think about that. How accurate am I?
Well, Nico, to be honest with you, I've been trying to tell you that same thing for the past almost a year now. I've been talking to you, been trying to expose to you how good Lonzo is, not alone Melo and the rest of them, but how good Lonzo is. I wanted you to really get a good understanding of Lonzo. You can't compare when you start saying, okay, now we're gonna So we're gonna compare Lonzo to such and such now, man. Lonzo, you can't compare Lonzo to much. You can't really compare Lonzo to Jason Kidd. And he got a little bit above Jason Kidd on the smarts, not just on the smarts. We used to leave the smarts alone, but just on the strength that he can shoot. As his shooting range is getting better than Jason Kidd's and getting more confidence in Jason Kidd's. That right there, and maybe on a little bit of his athletic ability. But man, he up there, man. He up there with Jason Kidd. That's Hall of Fame material. And if he can just stick around and just stay and do what he's supposed to do, man, Lonzo, man, be great. He could be better than Jason Kidd, like I said. And Melo speaks for itself.
For sure.
Let Jello get in and let him speak. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you ain't really got to build them up to be nobody. They building themselves up to be somebody. That's what they doing. They advance and they getting better. They're not resting on their laurels.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
No,
I did want to say shout out
agree.
to Shep.
Hey, no, Nico, the answer to the question, Nico, is I agree with you that that Melo and all that they just like that. They better than what you're saying. I see a good future ahead of them for all of them, Nico. Yeah, I agree with you.
I tell you. Well, how much better can they be? I told you, they put them together, they beat anybody ever. Look, see, Vern is intelligent, man. Y'all can't call Vern an old head. Yeah. Like now let's clarify this. I was gonna say this real quick.
Oh yeah, Uncle Vern. I know Uncle Vern probably seen like 80% of, I say like 78% of like basketball of all eras, like not all areas, but like 78% of like basketball, just like throughout the association time. Like I know Uncle Vern know about like kind of like towards the end of Bill Russell and then Wilt, and then those guys. I know he know all about those guys. So you gotta tip your head off.
Yeah, what I don't know about. What I don't know about it, I go back and watch it on YouTube, and you get all the information. But dig just that makes sense. But dig just Nico, like when it come down to Lonzo and the rest of them, man, watch how they gonna do, man. They just gonna go on and on. Same way with LeVar, they family gonna be blessed, man. They gonna be on top of that, man, on everything, man. No, we just saying a little part of it. It's gonna get greater with them, for real. Yeah.
It's literally still in the beginning. We are in beginning stages still.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Shep, for the happy birthday wish, man.
Oh yeah.
Now it's going. Is that flight back? Who was that? Oh, that was Assad. My fault.
No.
I was saying, I'm gonna respond to Mark Harden. He said, "You're a funny dude, Nico. Jello, Zoe, and Melo wouldn't make the playoffs. They better have a couple great players with them. I got you. The other two players I would need with them is who was he play for the Atlanta? His name is Onyeka Okongwu. Give me him right now.
Oh
and
yeah,
then we
I know
got
what you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
we know now. I was being sarcastic there. And then we got another guy who possibly might get drafted in the second round out of LMU. He about 6'5", 6'6". He about 250. You know what I'm saying? He's been working on his game, but still understands that his game is an excellent piece to the other three niggas' games, and the other four in total. But the other three that really gonna be great. He understands he's a great piece. I never wanted to call him the Draymond Green, but he understands how to be the Draymond Green of that team. And
right.
Yeah, give me Scott fresh out of college right now, and we'll win 11 championships. Yeah, no, it's Eli. Look, I'm just I'm giving him a sarcastic response, because he said you gonna need some good guys. Yeah, we know who those guys are already. We don't have to go look for them. They available right now. I'm trading. If I got, fuck man, Hornets need to go ahead send whatever you can for Zoe. Send Gordon Hayward and whoever else. Get him the fuck out of Chicago. Bring Jello up. send you a little second round pick and something for Big O, draft Eli Scott. You got 18 championships ready. It's that simple. I don't believe nobody can beat that team, bro. That's no bias. I don't want nothing. I like me saying that. I don't want nothing from it but to see that happen. That would be my ultimate basketball dream, to see them niggas play together. It's not like anybody else. Like I can't say, oh, I want to see Magic, Kobe, and this. It's not that. Them niggas have play styles. The Ball brothers, whatever it takes to win. That's the beauty of the Ball brothers. Them, we just talked about it with Kid Austin, right? The 5 styles of boxing. These niggas got however many styles of basketball, and they can bring each and every one of them to you, as long as it equals a W at the end of the game. And that's what I love about it. Only thing that can stop them together is injury. And then again, they play so fast, you're gonna have to worry about you getting injured, not them. So that's what I look forward to, man. I can't wait on that. I'm trying to live a couple more years at least. I'm trying to get something out. I need to see them play together, bro. I gotta see it. That's one thing.
Sure, man.
Yeah, well,
I think MJ should do that for real.
It won't be
He
too
need to get his
long
head
now.
out of his ass and pull it off.
If NJ had a brain, I wish I could just, I don't know, send. I need Michael Jordan address. I'm gonna write a letter. somebody DM me on Instagram Michael Jordan address so I can write a letter. Leave it right in his mailbox. And I'm gonna tell him how great it could be. I'm gonna put this. P.S. This is not LeVar Ball. This is not LeVar. We all think this, buddy. We all think put these niggas together, they gonna change the game. He said, Corey Mays said, what are you talking about? That's why Zoe came to Chicago to build the next greatest team ever. Not with DeMar DeRozan on it.
No, for sure, man. I don't fuck with DeMar DeRozan, man. I don't know, I ain't to you.
I did, but nah, not with DeMar DeRozan on
hey, Nico. One of that really did happen this offseason, bro. Like if Zoe really got traded to Charlotte,
I'd cry, break down in tears, face reveal, all types of shit. I'm gonna be burning candles, stage.
Hey,
I'm be thinking I'm good. Yeah, what's up, Uncle Vern?
Hey, look here. You know, Zoe is a past first point guard. You know that, right?
Yes.
You already realized that, right?
Yes.
Okay. You came to the conclusion of that point a long time ago. He ain't really always looking out the score like that. So if that's the case, if he a past first point guard, why you think he ain't gonna make players like DeRozan and the Zach LaVines and all the rest of them players better? You understand me? If that's what he do, and how come why you think he can't be great or be looked at as being great playing alongside them kind of players? I don't get it. What's your reason for thinking like that?
Well, all right. I'll compare it to this. Lonzo Ball is passed first wherever he goes. Let's say he passed first with somebody like LaMelo Ball. Somebody like LaMelo Ball will accept that pass and also get Lonzo involved. I've been saying it a lot lately. When your superstars are looking to get the role players involved and the role players are looking to get the superstars involved, you get that amazing revolving basketball. The Bulls are not like that. That's the unfortunate part.
Right.
DeMar DeRozan looking to get his motherfucking shot up. That's he looking to see who can I post up and shoot over.
Right.
And that's not winning basketball.
Yeah.
And Zach LaVine looking like shit. That nigga took the dumbass shots. I'm gonna take me some dumbass shots now. You can't win with that. Not serious.
Yeah, you right. Yeah, they got the wrong attitude. You right. I agree with you. On that. I agree.
You see? Look, Chad, I need you to understand. When we use the term old head, look, Uncle Verm is showing you that It doesn't matter your age when you can understand reality. I have to say this because people always get on us for that term. It's not your age. It's when you stuck. Uncle Vern is not
For
stuck.
sure.
At first, he used to tell me that they had 2 Klay Thompsons.
Go ahead.
and how
Yeah.
dangerous it is going to
Hey,
be. He's
whoa. Listen.
Yeah, Uncle Vern.
First,
Uncle
hey,
Vern is very
hey,
open
Nico,
minded, man.
Nico, Nico,
That's what I
Nico, Nico,
respect
Nico.
about
I
Uncle
was
Vern the
stretching it.
most.
Listen, Nico, I want you to understand. I want y'all to understand something. I was stretching it dead. I was capping it because I know one thing about Klay Thompson. He can shoot his ass off, and he played a hell of a defense. Neither one of those two people that played for the Bulls play defense, my brother. So
That's a fact.
if you get 2 of them together, they ain't gonna be better than Klay Thompson. So if
Thank
that's what you
you.
saying, bro. Yeah, I'll be capping when I saying that, but that's all they is to compare to Klay Thompson. They can shoot like Klay. That's all they can do. They don't play defense. They don't even want to play defense.
That's facts. You see that?
So
Y'all
I
see the
wouldn't
growth in
put
his
them.
character?
Actually, I couldn't put them in comparisons with Klay Thompson. To be honest about it, it's just like what I be saying about LeBron James. I be saying LeBron James the best player I've ever seen in a pair of Jordans. I know that's bogus. That's what I'm saying because Jordan the best player in the world. That's natural. You be a fool not to know that. But back to you, Nico.
Yeah, I guess I would say, see the fact that you say that, even though you was capping, look, I know you was being facetious at the time, but I was always saying that
Right.
none of them dudes are willing to commit on the defensive end while giving you offensive output.
Dope.
The thing is, right now, now let me touch on Clay because he played on Saturday. He got another day off. People are saying he's washed. People are talking about, oh, he's not the same Clay no more because he went 5 of 16 or 17. Like, bro, what? That's one bad game. He had an okay game. It wasn't a bad game. It was an okay game. It was like subpar the game before that, but they won. So that's all that matters. He's going to come back home. They're playing in Memphis. You don't expect guys to struggle in a away game? He's playing in Memphis. He coming back home. He getting on his boat. He hanging out with his puppy. He getting ass from women he know. He's smoking. He doing whatever he does to make him comfortable to play basketball at the highest ability. And they'll be back in motherfucking San Francisco on Saturday. The Splash Brothers will return with a vengeance. And trust me, Steph Curry, I've been telling you, even though I don't fuck with Steph, that nigga's a petty motherfucker. I need you to understand that nigga Steph Curry a petty ass nigga, bro. He heard that John Morant comment talking about, he said after game 1 win, Steph Curry said it's gonna be a battle, it's gonna be a long series. And then Ja returned the favor. Somebody like Steph Curry, a petty nigga. That's probably been in his head for 2 days now. That's probably all he could think about. That's how petty he is. He can't wait to touch that basketball court with the lights brightest and his fans cheering for him. With his motherfucking daughters and son in the view box. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a different game in San Francisco.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I
So
hear you.
I can't wait. I'm not a fan of Steph, but I love good basketball, man. This shit getting intense. That's what I love, man. That's what made me become a fan of basketball. This shit is intense. Even though it's just niggas dribbling the basketball and trying to dunk or shoot. Nah, I love the passion, the
Oh yeah.
fire, the ferocity. These dudes got ambition. They got strive. They got
Yeah,
intention. You know what I'm saying? And when you see somebody do it in the form like, because I'm from LA South Central. You know, you'll hear LeVar Ball say it a lot. When niggas really got problems, they sell it in the most unproductive way possible.
emotional way.
When it comes,
Yeah,
yeah,
lot of motherfuckers emotional as shit.
but when it comes to basketball, ain't nothing for us to do but shoot that rock. Let's see who win. Let's see who better at this. I put my hours, my 10,000 hours in. You put your 10,000 hours in. Let's see who best. And they settle it on the court. And the beautiful thing about the playoffs is we're gonna settle it until we can't settle it no more. So that's the kind of fire, and not to mention, but that's the kind of fire I hope Kevin Durant come back with. Because Kevin Durant didn't have no fucking fire this series. That's just me keeping it honest. KD didn't have no fire in his heart. And that hurt me to see that. Because the year before that, he had fire. This year, them niggas took that fire. And he gonna have to figure out, am I an old lion? Or am I still a competitive lion? And he gonna have to come back with that new flame. If not, keep getting swallowed up by the new niggas. It's young niggas every day. You wanna be you wanna be one of those dudes that get swallowed up and forgotten about? Or you wanna be somebody to cement your dynasty? That's what KD gonna have to decide. So, damn, I went straight to KD. Even Kyrie, bro. Kyrie like 31 now too. Get your shit together, my nigga. James Harden play tomorrow. James Harden got to come out and play, bro. Show me you got the team that you wanted to be on. These are niggas we've been watching for a long time, bro. I used to be a James Harden fan. I'm telling you. People don't understand this. The people I be hardest on are the people I used to be fans of. When y'all hear me in here roasting DeRozan and roasting James Harden, those were my favorite players at one point. And I seen they didn't have that fire in their heart. DeMar DeRozan would rather sit there and shoot mid-range jump shots than to find his teammates open. And then James Harden, a whole different type of basket case. That nigga would rather go to the strip club and get some ass than dedicate his calf to basketball. Fuck out of here with that. I seen a nigga like Klay Thompson who could do both. Anybody that been following Klay Thompson, you didn't seen him get DMs leaked, all types of shit. But guess what? He still dedicate that craft to that motherfucking basketball. Go ahead, Uncle Vern, my fault.
Hey, don't trip, Nico. You good? Look here. Did you see the other day when Philadelphia was playing and at the end of the game, we're getting towards the end of the game, Harden went over there to sit down by Maxey to go talk to her. Maxey looked at him, got up and went back over there where it's hard to see Harden took. Boy, I'm telling you, man, Harden didn't get no respect in Philadelphia. Harden finna get the bum rush up out of Philadelphia like they gave what's his name. I'm telling you, it's rough in the NBA. You got to bring your A game every day. I'm telling you. See what happened to Luka?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, got to bring your A game in the NBA. I'm telling you, if you don't, somebody else is going to bring theirs. I'm telling you, Nico, I love it. I love it, Nico.
That's the thing about basketball, right? That's the beautiful part about it.
Yeah.
Somebody's coming to whoop that ass every night. And sometimes it could be a random nigga. Sometimes the random nigga might come to whoop ass. Sometimes Grayson motherfucking Allen might drop 35. Who? I mean, he was cool in college and in high school, but he still got to earn his NBA wings. So my thing is, Luka, he gonna have to score 50 to keep his team in the series. James Harden, it's time for you to say fuck it, bro. James Harden needs to stop playing this passive ass basketball. I get it, you want to show you're a facilitator and you can also score. Fuck your facilitation, my nigga. Get you a bucket. They brought you here to get a bucket. They didn't need a second point guard. That's not what they need. You said you want to come there and play ISO basketball, nigga. ISO then. It's that simple. Do what you've been doing. But, I guess when you're a nigga that don't take care of yourself properly and got to be coddled emotionally, you don't play your best. Oh, hold on. Let me read some of these comments. Let's see. Oh, shit. Y'all been spitting. Hold on. You said Jordan had a chance to get Zoe. You think DeMar gonna play forever? No, he'll be gone in a couple of years. They said they play too much ISO. Yes, they do. That's why the Bulls have lost a lot of games. They said how many more years LaMelo got left on his rookie deal? 2. They said, well, is it 2 or 3 or 1? It's in between 1 and 2. It's not too much more.
Melo got 2 more years. 3 more years left.
No, he should be 2. He just finished year 2. So
yeah.
And I don't think he had to come back. I don't know, because I see niggas like Zion basically like sitting out shit. Melo not gonna do that. Melo not a pussy ass nigga. Melo gonna play. You see, he said Dame, DeMar not playing with the Bulls forever. That's facts. He'll be gone in a couple of years. Basil say, y'all need to enjoy the Balls playing. No, not to worry about them teaming up. That might not ever happen. Well, if it never do, we'll never see them niggas at their fullest potential. That's the saddest part. I don't want to see them together just because they'll win together. When I see them together, they'll play their fullest potential basketball. That nigga that we see in our minds when we think of Lonzo Ball will come true right in front of our eyes if he play with his brothers. If he keep playing with these selfish niggas, we'll never see the real Lonzo Ball. Unless he have an epiphany. He wake up one night and say, fuck everybody. I'm finna do what the fuck I gotta do. And he's not that kind of guy, but we could see maybe he could become that kind of guy. He said, think about it. You bring ships to Chicago after Michael Jordan. I mean, I don't see how they're going to do that with DeMar. He said Ball should be the primary ball handler and Zach needs to be the primary scorer. That's facts. I said it early in the season. Zach LaVine needs to be the number 1 option. Lonzo Ball needs to be the number 2. Vooch needs to be the number 3. DeRozan needs to be the number 4 option. I said that before the season even started. Niggas can go quote me. Basil said I think Clay will play a lot better next season. Go ahead,
Nico, you're going too far, Nico. You ain't gonna make DeRozan no number 3 option. DeRozan is gonna be the number 1 or maybe the number 2 if him and Zach can get it together. If him and Zach can't get it together, DeRozan gonna be that number 1.
We about to get up out of here. We about to get up out of here. See you on tomorrow.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports.